Oh, holy shit.
Yeah,
Dude, I like this one better.
it works better on some maps than others. I honestly don't like either setting, but since everybody uses it, then you fucking just
Yeah,
you gotta use
I
it.
kind of I didn't use it for a long time when I streamed, and then I just
it.
kind of gave in.
It makes this game look atrocious.
It
No
does.
offense.
It really does. The thing is, like, I'm colorblind, so like
Yeah,
the
even
colors,
better.
the colors like this is fine with me, right? I can see
Yeah,
everything, but on normal, like without archetype or white matter or anything, it's very very difficult to see.
yeah, I believe it. I think now it's nice. So I used to do a little bit of map development back in the day, and then a little bit now. But because people play on this map setting, you can create maps around the idea of you're not going to see textures anyways. Like they don't give a fuck. So you can kind of just go all out on creating good, long, big maps, and instead of trying to texture out everything to make it look good. So, and then
Oh, I
obviously you can
see.
do little creative things with little cut-ins on the walls and the floors and make windows and all that kind of stuff that does get seen on the archetype settings. It's a little bit of an advantage, I guess, for people trying to make maps for this game. Not that
Yeah.
that's a easy process at all, honestly. I don't envy anybody who makes good maps on this game. Pretty intensive.
Yeah, so this game is like on a very very weird kind of engine, right?
Yeah. So underneath it's I've been not honestly. I don't know exactly for sure because I haven't seen what they're referring to. But somebody mentioned that it was basically Quake 3, like the old Quake game, and modified with additional physicsy engine stuff and animations and whatnot. Now I don't know how true that is because I know that they made their own engine pretty much from scratch, from what I've seen. At least it's very much written the same way as the rest of their code.
Mm-hmm.
But either way, it shares a lot of properties from Quake 3, at least. So, what happened was there was this guy named Legion, and he ended up developing a plugin for GTK Radiant, which is what people use to make Quake maps on. Way back in the day. It's not really supported anymore, but it is hosted somewhere. So, it can still be used. And then after the source leaks in 2011, they were able to recover plugins for 3ds Max, but it's a much more difficult process than just using GTK. A little bit of a long history, but short story, or long story short, it's basically Quake 3 in terms of how everything's designed. It may
Oh,
just
I
be its own
see.
engine, but it's pretty similar. And it makes sense. It came out around the same time, so maybe they used it as a reference or something of that nature.
Yeah, they got a kind of a foot up on it. I mean, the graphics for the time,
Oh yeah,
it was
these
pretty
were.
good. It was really good.
Oh no, that's good.
Like they
Did you look?
managed it. Even now, I can see details on the characters and stuff like that. Like, you know, once you zoom in, it doesn't look as good, but from the distance, it is. It's pretty good for computers back then, running it on what, like 512 megabytes of RAM.
Yeah, or less in some cases. I think the min stats were like 256. So, and it was a Pentium 4 required to play. Like that's how old we're talking.
Yeah, that's
So
crazy.
at the time, I mean, you can even tell there's relics of that built in where they have to limit the how fast the code processes just to make the game playable. Because originally they never thought that it would ever run fast enough um, to ever break into the point where it would. Well, they couldn't even know it would break. There was no computer to test it on that was that fast.
Oh, that's true.
So, have you ever played with uncapped FPS on this?
Um, I can
You
try
can
it right
test it.
now.
How about say you can test it right now, set it
Yeah.
to 0, and try to do some like K style stuff.
Does it break? Am I gonna crash?
No, you're not going to crash, but it's unplayable for the most part. Do you see how you're so when you land on the ground, you'll see a puff of smoke when you land, right? Every once in a while when you're playing on Uncapped, it'll puff like 6 or 7 times rapidly. You see how it's really dark? Or like a lot of them. And when you do that, you can't jump until it lands you. Like it'll
Oh wait, really?
yeah. So try it not on 0, but put it like 800 or something. It'll probably be easier to see. Something high. 1,000. Yeah. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Yeah, maybe they made it so you can't actually break the game anymore. The problem is like, so guns will run at like 2,000 plus FPS uncapped. Like it is very much a different game. And even I believe the frame limiter was added by it at some point. So they did figure it out eventually. It was just
yeah, because it feels a little bit slower.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can definitely feel the lag here. Hang on, I also have OBS open. Let me minimize that and okay.
So many little weird quirks in this game like that, though. I'm surprised it lasts so long. Honestly.
Wait, I'm not getting any bad inputs here. It's like I'm at the frames. I'm at like 250.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Oh, you're running at 4. So in the top right, you can see your FPS counter.
Yeah.
That's
So
what it's running at. So it actually is limited in some manner. Yeah, I'm talking. It doesn't break until in the thousands, though. So maybe you're not able to hit it. So I can't show you here, obviously.
Yeah.
So I set up a classic iGun server, like the original iGuns unmodified, and I had people jump in, and it was you have to put a frame limiter on externally, so like NVIDIA can do it, and so like your graphics card can limit frames, and that's how we got around it to play. Bunch of gladiators wanted to try the original iGuns out because it is a little bit different. The sword play is different.
Sword play is different, yeah.
Just a little bit, enough to make people mad for some reason. I don't see it, but I'm also not like their level of advanced.
All right, so we're starting to get some more people in here.
Cool.
For everybody that just got in, it doesn't update me on the numbers, but I can see the uptrend here. So basically, what's going on right now is this is an interview with Hymnosi. Hymnosi he's an old generation player. He's the OG, right? He played iGuns when it was released, and I think he's been playing ever since. And I think you're a member of Guns Factor, right?
Probably what I'm most known for, honestly.
Okay.
I have like, I don't know, 12K posts on there or something ridiculous. I don't know.
Oh wow.
I probably spent more time on Guns Factor than I did in Guns on it. Like, I don't know why. It just is.
Yeah, it's community, right?
Yeah, I guess if you say so.
Well,
there is some good people on. They had some good people on Guns Factor at the time. I don't know what happened after So I didn't play. I have not been playing ever since. That's not quite accurate, but it's So I guess I can lay out a timeline real quick if you want to.
Yeah, sure. Lay it all out.
Well, so started playing at launch in iGuns 2005. I think it was July, either June or July, and I played.
Oh wait, hang on. Time reference. How old were you?
Oh, that would make me 15, 16? I think 16. Yeah, no, I should have been 16 by then. Middle of high school. for all of you non-Americans, that's like pre-secondary school or whatever it's called. I cannot remember. Somebody explained it to me a while ago. But so yeah, I mean, I had a lot of extra time on my hands. Wasn't great at school, so I spent my extra time playing video games. Super fun, super neat, in the neat sense. So yeah, started playing around then. Got the whole tumble and gun thing going on down in Mansion. I don't know if you've ever experienced that, but it is an interesting experience.
When you tumble and what do you mean, like spraying?
Absolutely. Nobody knew K-Style. Nobody knew anything about the game. We were just killing each other without any thought. Super fun times. Sometime around late 2005, I started playing Gladiator primarily. And when I say playing Gladiator, a lot of people think organized matches, 1v1, that kind of stuff. It really didn't start like that. It was more of a jump in a Gladiator deathmatch type game, the single player version, and just slash at each other randomly. It was awful. And then, so I played Gladiator pretty much after that until the end of iGuns, or at least when IG launched. Maybe a little bit beforehand, because my clan Twilight kind of went that direction.
Yeah.
Flippy really wanted to do Clan Wars, so we all just kind of switched over and started playing that instead. So we went to IG or IJJI and kind of, I don't want to say dominated, but we played a crap ton of Clan War. Just thousands of games a month. So came on the leaderboard first couple times, and then I quit in mid 2008.
2008. Okay, so is that Iggy? That's Iggy era.
Yeah, still Iggy. So I joined the army, and I went to basic training in May, and I wasn't out of training until late December of that year, so I kind of fell off on everything in general. I did come back briefly, but I couldn't get like into the groove of it anymore. I really wasn't really feeling the game at that point.
Yeah.
I don't know, because that's when they introduced like Guns 1.5 around that time, and I did not like Guns 1.5. I'm not gonna lie, like, it just felt really clunky and buggy.
It felt different for sure.
And maybe it was just that particular patch, but could not get into it. With all the vials and the speed vial and the loot box system they had put in, I was just not feeling it. So ended up quitting. General
the lucky boxes.
Gaming. Yeah, lucky box, the gold, green, and whatever boxes.
Yep.
Nah, it wasn't fun. I don't like that. It didn't matter. I think because the bounty ones, like, you eventually got so much bounty, it didn't matter so much, but it wasn't my style. I don't like it. So I quit. Pretty much quit the whole guns community at that point. Went and did my own thing in other games. Guild Wars 2, Diablo 2 again, some other stuff like that. So, other types of games, not even first-person shooters.
Well, not to get off topic here, but are you excited for the Diablo 2 remake or remaster?
Oh yeah, no, I'm all in on that. So I got the pre-order and everything. I'm booked. I was fucking around with the game the other day. Real easy to get hooked up and play.
Yeah. So how did you hear about guns? Like how was that a thing for you?
So, if I remember correctly, I was trying to find a free MMORPG to play. And by free, I mean either free to play or private server. Because even back then, they were still private servers. Prior to Guns, I played Lineage 2 for a little while. But on private servers where the XP rate was way higher.
Oh, yeah.
And not super high, but enough to make it manageable for people who don't sit on computers all day.
I'm surprised. I'm not gonna lie. I'm surprised those existed back then.
Yeah, it's pretty much Lineage 2. I think even there was a Maple Story private server. And
at that time frame.
Yeah,
because that's way back then. iGuns era. That's like pre Big Bang Maple Story. I think, right? Yeah, no, for sure.
It was either Yeah, maybe my brain's fogged, but it was that and EverQuest. So they even had EverQuest private servers at the time. So,
Oh, wow.
but yeah, Lineage 2 was a great game. And grindy if you played the official version, please, for the love of God. I would not be able to handle that. So I was looking for MMORPG, and I believe it was on RPG or one of those like congregate. What is the word for it? Where they gather a bunch of different information, just kind of mash it all in the
Lineage 2 is a great game. Yeah, true.
Drawing a blank, but either way, scrolling through there, and then this like trailer came up with
Hymnosi
the
is
gameplay
famous.
of this game. It did say MMORPG on it. I think that was a lie. I don't know. Jury's still out on if this is an MMORPG, but it is, in fact, a game that I was willing to play at the time, and I booted it. I got really excited. I even got on like their personal forums in their pre-alpha, pre-beta forums that they had up, and I started talking to people, and people were generally excited, and I got excited, and I downloaded it and got to playing. Not super exciting background. I don't think anybody really does have one. Maybe somebody who's played K-Guns prior to that, but I know it released a little bit earlier.
Yeah, I mean, I think Koreans had the initial release before it came to the West.
Yeah, I think their beta released in 04.
Yeah, so
that I don't know. But.
I think it was like late 2003. Because they had alphas prior to that too. I saw some very, very old posts where they did have alphas of the game, and there was also like developer videos whenever the game was like still being made. The thing about it is all of that kind of stuff was on Guns Factor, and so it's no longer archived. Like we can't go looking through all that.
If you go on Venister's YouTube channel, he has his own channel that has a couple of videos on there. You can see some pretty old footage of guns. Like it's old enough that they had the blue boxes around the weapons and stuff.
Yeah. That's exactly what I'm talking about. That's like pre-iGuns.
Oh yeah, no, that was alpha for sure.
Yeah.
That was probably a dev test. I don't even think that was released.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, getting back on topic. So like so whenever you played, right, everybody was just walking around. Island was a popular map. No one plays that anymore.
Yeah.
So whenever you first saw somebody K-style or like saw somebody move it with the movements like that, like what were the impressions? Did you want to learn how to do that, or was that like a weird thing you thought somebody was hacking?
So I learned from the forums. Honestly, I didn't see it in game prior. I actually remember the original post.
Yeah, I am gonna be
back in the day, like
putting all this on
YouTube. One of the
YouTube.
first people to read it,
guys. It'll be on
pretty
YouTube.
tuned into the background community part of the game. At the time, I was a gladiator, so a lot of it was not applicable. I didn't care. I was like, cool, whatever. Except for butterfly, and that was a pretty important piece because originally the game was pretty ground based. Obviously, you do like jump attacks and stuff, but it wasn't like we knew about light step, which is where you can jump, dash, slash, and dash again, and that was used quite a bit in the pre-K-style gladiator. You'd use it to trigger somebody's massive and then go in after that and whatnot. It was kind of a strategy, although we were still kind of feeling it out. But after Butterfly was kind of discovered or released to the West, we kind of divided Gladiator into two camps in terms of strategy.
Mm-hmm.
So you had like people who liked to block, like Turtle.
Yeah, turtling.
And then you had people who really liked to Butterfly. And you actually ended up with people who would champion each style. It was like a miniature type of style in the game. Hilariously, Butterfly ended up having a whole ton of different applications of it, which had their own names. So you had triangle butterfly, you had cross butterfly, you had square butterfly, circle, all these little nuances that kind of lost now because it's not that big a deal.
Yeah, all the gates and stuff like that, if I remember correctly, right?
Those were later. That was some shit invented by Monk, man. Honestly,
Oh,
all
really?
that is, yeah, all of that stuff is normal moves. They're just done in a way that, I don't know. So when you do a move too fast in guns or repeatedly, if you have no frames in between each move that you do, you frame lock. So, say if you block so fast that there's no idle frames between it, you will look like you're not blocking anymore. But you can't see it on your screen. You can see it in replays, but you wouldn't be able to see it on your own screen. And he extrapolated that into its own little mini style, so to speak.
Oh.
And he did this like way back in the day.
Yeah, as soon as he realized that there was a way to implement that, right?
And he like cult following kind of deal with him when it comes to that stuff. Me and him don't get along, so let's me and him aren't.
We'll save, maybe we'll save that for a future interview with you.
That's all good. But yeah, so you have. I mean, you're in this game, right? I can kind of demonstrate the little. You're right here. Okay. So dumb stuff like, okay, we knew how to do this really slow. We didn't know about double butterfly at all for a long time.
Oh yeah.
So you had this like weird. So you had like cross, which was this, and little. You come in and out of their range, and then you had like circle, which is I think still used pretty well today. Or it's just like, oh damn it.
Oh shit! I should have told. I was gonna die.
I need a training sword and shit. You had like circle. You had cross where you go in and out of their range. You had square. So square is literally you come at right angles.
Yeah, but see,
etc.
Even now you're doing it in a more profound manner because back then
absolutely
it was like one slash, maybe if you were able to like. Yeah, I definitely understand. That was kind of the era. Yeah.
And then like blocking was slow. You'd be like this instead of because you didn't quite understand that you can. It's literally the same frame or second frame.
Yeah.
So these little tricks came in, and one of them, the most important one that came out, was called Triangle Butterfly. And it was the reason why it was so important is that it was the precursor to what we call phase. So phasing is just turning while you slash. It kind of goes around. It prevents block stun. But so triangle, you would naturally do that like that.
Yeah,
so it kind of prevented, and it was kind of between that and being able to block that with turtle, and then capitalizing when they when somebody fucked up with their butterfly, when you're turtling and whatnot. And most people just picked one or the other. They didn't. People who didn't feel like learning how to break their fingers.
Yeah, true.
And people who didn't care about their personal health. Pretty much, that's the two camps. So yeah, I mean, K-Style changed the game, but for Gladiator, it didn't change much directly when it was released. A lot of discoveries were made later that made the game a lot more complex on that side of the house. I eventually did learn it. I actually had to learn it way later, probably late 2007. So,
all right, hold that thought. Let me. Yeah, I gotta pull something up. I think I have it on my phone. I'll be right back. I need to go grab my phone.
Sure. Well, howdy there, internet people.
All right. So basically, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, I don't know if you're like left as well.
Oh no, I'm all in.
What? Yeah. Okay. So before we got into like the specifics of the actual styles and stuff for you, what was the what? I guess because
You want to know my impression of it, like how I saw other people doing it?
yeah, like what were your thoughts and like what made you want to learn, so to
Oh,
speak?
okay. No, I think by the time I had the drive to actually go out and learn it, sit in the training rooms for hours and just kind of mash my hands until the right outcome came out, I thought it was just cool, honestly, at that point, because I mean, you'd see the games with people like the replays with people going at it, and I mean, even in 2007, it wasn't exactly the most refined art, but even then, it was like way better than any other game that you'd ever seen available. What other game could do this stuff? There's just nothing truly comparable to this. What at this point?
Yeah,
I'm still drawing a blank on like, hey, this game's kind of like Guns.
the
No,
only,
I really don't.
I guess the only
Maybe
thing that kind of
S4.
S4, yeah,
Yeah, that was similar, but that was more similar to Guns 2 than anything. I feel like
true.
I feel like they ripped a lot of Guns 2 stuff from S4. They're like, hey, this works, so it's just adapted. But they missed the point on like all of the other pieces that made S4 okay. Like the game mode, it wasn't quite just killing people.
Yeah.
So
There was quite a few moves, or you know, game modes in S4 as well that were pretty. Honestly, I think that one of the things about S4 is, I guess the movement was like implied movement, because K-Style kind of came from, you know, finding these loopholes and
yeah, it was designed. There's a difference between. I did want to get into that a little bit at some point if you have time.
Yeah.
I didn't want to derail, but there's something unique about Guns that I wanted to kind of put out there, that none of this was intended, obviously, but even further, a lot of the things that the developers behind the scenes with private servers have done has been to smooth out the experience that was already kind of fucked up to begin with. But there's and in fact, I thought about this because I was thinking about Diablo 2 Resurrected, right?
Mhm.
So the team there is trying to remaster that game, remake it basically, but not quite. They're still running the same game underneath. It's literally the same engine. They're just
right. They're revamping it. Right.
Yeah.
They're kind of making it.
They're literally changing the rendering engine, which is just what's on the screen.
Right. It's
The rest of
kind
the
of like a
game's
mask.
gonna be the rest of the game's gonna be identical, which is awesome. So because the developers never intended for any of this to happen, no one has documentation or any kind of like concept. It's just game feel. So the only way you could remake Guns, and I hope that some of these indie projects that are going on in the background capture it at some point. You just kind of gotta make a game and then tweak it until it becomes what you want. There's no like I have long discussions with one of the indie project developers about mechanics in Guns. Like how does this work? Oh, well, it does this, and this. But really, how does it work? Like what? It just does. Like there's really not an answer to that because the developer didn't design an answer. It's the engine doing the engine.
Right.
So because there's that division, Guns will never be 100% solved. If that's a thing. So like you can solve a game by reaching its logical conclusion 100% of the time. Take what's a good game for that? I'll take League of Legends in this case. You have builds for every single character in that game 100 times over, and that is the way to build that character every game. Guns really doesn't have that quite. It's close, but it'll never be 100% because there's always going to be something to improve on because the developers didn't design a finite state at the end. If that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And man, I feel like the topic got away from me. I just think that's part of the magic of Guns that makes it worth playing. It's a strange situation to be in especially from a game development standpoint. Like my aunt never just Did you know that sometime in K Guns they actually fixed K style?
Yeah, I remember seeing that. Yeah.
Yeah. So they fixed it and everybody quit.
Yeah.
Everybody. How fucking crazy would that be? It's like
I
your job
remember
is to make this game and you made it one way, and then like your players just said, nah, we don't like that. Fix it.
I remember that, and
yeah.
that was
bro.
It was such a big thing actually. But that's the thing. That was whenever Koreans, right, in Korea, they were playing this by the thousands. I mean, like a lot of people, you know.
This game was more popular in Korea than it ever was here.
Yeah, there was. I remember seeing screenshots of servers whenever there was a point in time. Whenever I played myself, which I kind of started playing around the same era that you did. A little bit later. I didn't play at release. I played like maybe a few months later.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember seeing. I didn't have internet for a while, and I remember seeing screenshots and videos of the game without K-Style. And I remember prior to that, seeing the same images of because I was trying to really learn, you know, K-Style back whenever it was being taught, right, whenever there were people actually learning this stuff. I remember looking for Korean videos and things like that. I was trying to use like translators, and this was before YouTube was big and all that stuff, you know. And it was very, very hard to find anything, but I remember seeing a screenshot of players online, and it was something like 30-something thousand, you know, people playing it. Yeah. And it just made me want to learn more.
There is footage somewhere. It may be lost now to the internet decay, but Guns was actually broadcast over Korean television at one point.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. I'm glad I'm not the only person alive that still remembers that stuff.
Yeah, I remember.
There's like little tidbits, like chunks of knowledge, that, like float in your head occasionally, like bubble up. You're like,
yeah.
Why the fuck do I remember this? Oh, that was kind of cool though. Well, they had like StarCraft TV or whatever back then, so it wasn't like as inordinate as if it were in the States, but it still was pretty cool. You're like this crappy free-to-play game gets some television time.
Yeah, it was a tournament, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it was the finals of some tournament.
It was the finals, and the map was in Garden.
Yeah.
I remember seeing that footage. Yeah. And
yeah, I don't know. I can't find it no more. It's gone, I'm pretty sure, but it's one of those things like you want to get because it's a relic.
Yeah, that is a relic, man. And
I mean, it happened when K-Style was around, so it had to have been, I don't know, late 2006 maybe, early mid.
I
like that.
think it was. I don't remember if it was. It had to be. It had to be in the Iggy era, whenever Iggy had servers. So that's because they were wearing premium items. So it had to be, you know, around that 2006, 7, 8. All the way, I mean, that could be all the way up to 2011 or 12.
I know it was earlier than 08, obviously, because I saw it. But I want to say it had to have been maybe early 2007 then. Like right after Iggy dropped. Because it was pretty, I think I remember correctly, people were pretty hype about the concept of, this is like before esports, besides StarCraft. Like, before when StarCraft was like its own thing. Not just something in a pool of esports.
Yeah.
Because you had like StarCraft, you had Counter-Strike. That was it. And nothing else. No one played anything else for competitively. Like 1.6 and then original StarCraft, Brood Wars. But yeah. That's a little trip.
So whenever
time ago.
How did you first learn K-Style?
I think it's just me and myself in a training room with other people. And people were still learning it when I was learning it, but I was just later than most people who actually were playing competitively at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And again, the big push was from Twilight just wanted to move over to Clan War. I think what happened was we heard about Iggy taking over, and we knew about K-Guns, because K-Guns actually got the official release earlier. Like their website was built out quite a long time before, especially. And in fact, we were able to play on Japanese guns, whoever hosted that one, for a little while. Because if you remember correctly, I don't know if you remember the Locust Plague.
That rings so many bells. Can you explain that?
Yeah, sure. So in late 2000, I think it was late 2005, like December time or November, there was a hacker named Holyforce, and he released a rather advanced hack for guns. And what it did was everybody in the chat room who was in the same chat room as you would have their character deleted automatically. It would automatically do it every time you loaded up a chat room. There was no way to avoid it unless you just didn't play. So what a lot of people did was play on J-Guns at that time.
Leap says, you guys have been playing guns a lot more than myself for sure. I was playing Command and Conquer Red Alert 2 online back in 2006.
Oh shit. I rip Westwood, by the way. I played Nox, which is another game by them, which was an amazing game. I swear people who play this game now would love that game back in the day. Pretty technically advanced for what it was, and it was networked and multiplayer and competitive. But it just never seemed like a big following, so they killed, like when EA bought out Westwood, they killed it. And I was so mad at the time. I was like, what the fuck is it? Like, I've never had a game ripped out from under me before. And I was just very pissed off at that point.
Oh, man.
So rip Westwood. Fuck EA, as is the tradition.
That is the tradition here, man.
And long live that old-ass game that no one has ever played before except me. Occasionally I'll get somebody who's like, oh, I know that game. That game was fun. But, usually people are like, what the fuck?
Yeah, he's like, shame, what happened to Westwood? There you go, there's another one.
Yeah, they killed, EA bought out Westwood Entertainment, which made Red Alert.
That's right, yeah.
The whole Command and Conquer series, pretty much, up until that point.
Yeah, so many fans for that, too, actually.
Yeah, they did a huge restructuring after that and killed, like, a lot of online services that Westwood was running.
Damn, that sucks.
Yeah, and you're like, what the fuck? And I was just enjoying my game, minding my own business, and all of a sudden the server doesn't work no more. And you go online and try to figure out what the heck happened. Corporate America got to it. So.
Yeah, fuck that.
Oh well, nothing you can do now, I guess.
Yeah.
I think they had private servers of that game too. So maybe another project for another time. I get next week. I guess I didn't finish explaining what I was known for. Like you had we went into like.
Oh yeah. So I kind of stopped because this guy was talking about this Command and Conquer Red Alert 2, but you were talking about the. I remember the Locust thing with Holy Light and all that stuff, or Holy Force or something like that.
Yeah, Holy Force. So yeah, we all ended up playing on J-Guns and got to experience the premiumness of that server because they had all the premiums and stuff, including elements at the time. This was from iGuns, so very new concept. All the premiums and stuff. That was when we were exposed to that.
Hey, Leap, I appreciate it, man. This is all going to be on the YouTube thing as well, and I'm going to let them know about.
So we moved over there, and then once
they
patched the fucking hack that it was being used, then we moved back. I could go into more detail about the hack because I know a little bit how it works, but I don't think it's really pertinent because it's technical and complicated.
Well, what? But, just tell me what it did, because it rings a bell for sure.
So, the basic part of it is whenever you joined a room, so a lobby or a game room, not in game, but like that little the staging area where you can press create game or start game and whatnot.
Yeah.
Everybody that you could see on the list at the time, it would send a chat message of some sort in the background, and it would delete the character they're playing on.
Oh.
So you just lost your character. That's it. Everybody in the there's a more not a technical part. I mean, it's technical enough, but basically, it is the first video game based. I don't know if you know what a computer worm is, but essentially, it would download the code to your game in memory, and then you would also delete people forcefully.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
So, yeah, that's why he called it the Locust Plague. It literally spread throughout the game and killed like thousands of characters in a couple hours. So. And at that point, the game was unplayable because it would also pop up a message saying, "Do you wish to delete your character?" In which it was just a box. Because the hack made you press yes already.
Yeah, yeah.
But because people constantly had the viral code in their client, it would always pop that message up and kick you out of the game. You couldn't start a game, so you had to find another place to play. And K-Guns was impossible to play on unless you had a Korean
VPN or
citizen.
something.
Korean
Oh,
citizen.
that's actually
number.
right. Yeah, even today they still have that, I believe. Right?
They do. Absolutely.
And that's also a big thing in Japan.
Guns wasn't protected like that in Japan, but yeah.
It's a lot more
I think
lenient,
they do.
I think, right?
Well, we didn't even. I don't think it was required at the time.
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah,
But-
Korean Guns locked up, so you couldn't play there. So we all played on J Guns, and I think some people went to India Guns. I'm not sure if it was open at that time though. I know they did later.
Man, so many servers, man. So many servers.
They had one on every continent except for. Well, they had one in Asia, South America, North America.
Yeah, and then EU. I remember that was the thing.
Did they have an EU server?
Yep.
I didn't know that. Cool.
I think it was Area. It might have been
Oh,
late Iggy.
was is that Area Guns is in Europe? I didn't know that if that's the case. I never played during that time. So.
No, I mean, we had, so I remember it being, you go to the website, you had to log in, and then you would choose a server once you're on the launcher, right? So you open up the launcher, you have to log in just like in F-Guns, but
Yeah.
where the server is, you either press NA, server 1 or server 2, and then it was like EU, server 1, server 2.
Okay, yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
I think Iju was similar, except it was just implied, not forced. They just had the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 2 clan war and whatnot.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Iggy was the same way from what Leap was saying in chat.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I never played on Area.
But so that's the thing is Iggy is one that transformed guns from 1.0 into 1.5.
It's a bit.
It's cloudy in that area, right?
It's a bit more complicated. So,
Yeah.
Iggy was a publisher, so they didn't actually modify anything in guns. The only things they were responsible for was sales, so like buying or selling premiums and whatnot, and then paying for the servers and paying for the license.
Yeah, that's
there
right.
might be there might be some other stuff, but so 1.5 was always a thing. That was from Mayet, and just added when it was ready. They may have been in charge of localization too. I'm not sure though. That one's kind of hit or miss. I'm not sure. So like translations and whatnot.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So up until the death of Area, that's when Mayet went bankrupt, and they sold the game to Mustang Soft. So Mustang Soft is currently in charge of development and publishing of guns.
Okay, so
they could
basically,
license it, but they won't. They might, but I doubt it. So
Yeah, so Mate was still in charge of development. It's not like they sold the game to Iggy, and then Iggy
No,
sold it to Area. It was,
right.
yeah,
They
yeah,
sold the rights to host it and to profit off of the. They profit off of the premiums, basically. No, they still had to pay for server costs and licensing, but everything else was profit. So I have no idea how profitable Guns is. I honestly couldn't tell you. I can't imagine it being super profitable. Because even so, if you treat this game as like a mobile game, okay, like you got temporary items that give you stat boosts and it's pay to win, you know, all that aside, that you can only spend so much on this game until you no longer get like more benefit. So there isn't really a whaling concept in this game, which is how mobile games kind of thrive, where you spend more. Like, you're not trying to get everybody to pay money, you're trying to get one guy to pay like $500. So that doesn't really exist in Guns. I mean, it can a little bit, but it's not a huge amount of money. So it's more directly based on population, and population is paying for premiums.
Yeah,
which
true. But well, I mean, okay, so Iggy had the IP, right? The publishing rights, I guess, so to speak, for I don't know how many years before they sold to Area.
I'm not sure. I thought it was in 2011, but I have no idea.
Yeah, I think Area had it for 2 years, a 2-year contract.
Yep.
Up to 2013. So from 20.
Yeah, hackers were definitely like one of the biggest pitfalls of this game. There's definitely no getting around that fact.
Yeah.
Even in the best of circumstances, you still had kind of under the table hacking being done with macros and aimbot or shot bots and all that kind of stuff.
True.
So, but the more overt ones made it really shitty feeling. Like, you're like, wow, the developer does not give a fuck about this game at all. They won't even implement the easiest of anti-hack.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of that's just fixed by... I mean, you probably couldn't fix the actual hack, but you could fix the rate at which it's being used. So, like, Infinite Massive or whatever, Lawnmower, these, if you just rate limit a little bit on the server, or on the client, or the distant client, or something like that, like, you could fix these issues, but they didn't care. Like, I doubt they cared after a certain point. Part of me says that Mayette really wanted to bank up, or rather, I think Mayette was really banking on Guns 2 being a hit. And I'm pretty sure they had started develop on that in like 2006.
Exactly. Yeah, that so, I think because you can see it too by just the way Guns 2 is designed. You can see that it was very, very well designed compared to Guns.
Yeah, and so the source code exists for 2, but the server infrastructure is unknown, so it's hard to. No one's really been able to set up a private server with it.
Yeah.
But it's a much different code base. It's not. They didn't use a whole lot from Guns, so they used something else. And you know, if they just leaned into the concept a little better, they would have done a lot better at what they did. But I don't know if you ever saw the interview video with the developers saying why they excluded K-Style from Guns 2, but basically they said it was too freaking hard. That's literally their reasoning. It's too hard for new people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. However, you could make concessions on tutorials, maybe just a little bit.
They could have done a very easy tutorial, but then again, like you look at it that way, and it's just one of those things where you have old people that played this, or not old people, but you know, original players that played back then, who are, so to speak, you know, like professional gamers. They stream and they've been in esports that have actually played this game, And
Yeah,
you
there's
don't.
quite a few.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. A lot of them I know actually personally. One of them being Dyrus, and
Yeah.
one of those things is I used to play. So here's the thing: I moved from guns to League of Legends whenever League of Legends was an open beta.
Wow.
Um, so those were the two games that we played was Guns and League of Legends, and ever since League of Legends came out, that was the thing, that is still kind of the thing.
Yeah.
And so Guns kind of got just swept under the rug, it seems, and whenever I bring it up to old friends and things like that, literally people just say it's just not a game that's fun to play or that is optimized enough to be competitive and in a realistic way.
No, and you're not wrong. I think they're not saying what they're saying is not wrong. And honestly, it's a problem that I don't think can be fixed, especially now. But even back when Maya was trying to make it usable in that respect,
right?
Because the biggest problem is it's a peer-to-peer game, which means the developer the server hosts have really little control over the interactions between players, which makes hacking really easy. There's no sanity checks with the at the server level. So sanity checks okay, slash is only supposed to happen once every quarter second. That's a sanity check.
Yeah.
You would check for that and then prevent it from ever exceeding that kind of thing.
Holy shit.
This guy.
Holy
this guy
shit.
who's dashing like crazy in front of you.
What the fuck was that?
Theoretically, that should never happen. So, that's neat.
He's got a macro.
He's got a dash macro, yeah.
Yeah.
I got yelled at for macroing. I wasn't actually macroing.
I honestly, I never saw that. I've only seen that a few times.
I got yelled at for macroing because I bound 2 keys to dash. I was just spamming it.
One of those things is really, really weird for me is all the things that people do to get to play the game in a way that's competitive. But they use these things like macros and you know what I mean, like aim assist. I've seen some people use a very, very, very good aim assist that isn't picked up by anything.
Yeah, I did try a couple hacks out back in the day just for fun, and one of them was just a flat out aimbot. Like it would trace their location regardless of where it was at.
Oh, so really? Yeah.
If you tie that with I click and then it activates and then has a tenth of a second delay and then does it, it would be pretty hard to detect. I mean, you could see it in a replay, but server-wise, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't be able to pick that up. But yeah, it was crazy. You could just take a rifle into a duel room and just mow people.
Oh, geez,
rifles are ridiculously strong if you hit every shot.
Yeah, they are.
They're higher DPS than reload shot by far. So, but either way, to answer Leap's question, he did ask if there was a different engine used for guns too. Yes. I don't know if they upgraded it from. So, the engine underneath guns is called Real Space.
Okay. And on that thought, you can continue talking. I'm actually just going to use the bathroom real quick.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just quickly break it down and then we can go back to talking. So, the original engine was just called Real Space, and it was run on DirectX 8. Developed for, if I'm not mistaken, Windows 2000 and Millennium Edition. So XP came out in 2003, and they went, well, DirectX 9's coming out, works on XP, everybody's got XP, let's make it for DirectX 9. And so they rewrote the engine in 9, and that became Real Space 2, and that's what Guns uses. Then, for Guns 2, they incremented to Real Space 3. Now, I haven't looked at it too closely, but I don't think they share much code. Nor does it use DirectX 10. It's still running on 9. So, yeah, pretty much. It was just a very lean game for its for its time. And I honestly think because they saw that it was it's supposed to be a free to play game, so they wanted to cast a pretty wide net on who could play it. They tried to drive the requirements down as low as possible. That's why, like, if you notice, like, maps are really geometrically simplistic. Models have maybe 100 poly at the most. Like, character models have like 150 poly, so it's pretty low for even at that time. Like, that's a pretty low standard for a PC game. And most of the terrain is like in the range of 30 to 60 polygons, and that's pretty much where the RAM usage was, especially for video cards, because video cards were definitely not developed as well back in the day. Like the RAM part, I mean, I couldn't tell you directly, obviously, but speculative. Like, they leaned out as much of this game as possible. It barely uses any RAM. Just from, you could load the entirety of guns onto 512 megabytes, I'm pretty sure. I guns, like the original guns. I don't know about 1.5. 1.5 is a little bit bigger, but a lot of it is just like you could load it all into memory and run nothing off hard drive if you wanted to now.
I think it's, F guns is 1.5 gigs, I believe.
Yeah, but they got like hundreds of skins and stuff. Like, it's a lot different.
Oh yeah.
To compare. Dozens of maps and hundreds of skins and all sorts of stuff. But yeah, people were min-maxing everywhere they could to get an advantage, especially back then.
Oh yeah, for sure.
One of the difficulties of me getting back into this game, so I came back around 2017, 2018. I was just interested. I was like, hey, I wonder how Guns is doing, And I came back to a dumpster fire. No offense. I was just like, what the fuck is going on? Why is everybody so mad at each other? Not just like in-game, but like developers weren't talking to each other. There wasn't any kind of communications happening outside of the games anymore. I was like, what in the heck is going on? But some of the complications is my style of play featured a lot of playing with sword, because back in the day you didn't have anti-lead, and the one way to make sure you hit them is to hit them with a sword, because then they do a little hit stun animation. You're like, I got him, and you could kind of confirm shots into them that way with point blank shots.
Oh, true.
And it wasn't the only style that was used in competitive, but it was one of the more prominent ones at the time. The other ones were like abusing lag, because lead was known at that point. People knew to lead shot, but it was not. Nobody was really excellent at it. So some people just like really, really focused on the whole concept of it. Like, there was a guy, a Twinkin or a Tiger, depending on when you play with him. Like, he would just walk around and reload shot. That was all he did. He didn't K style that much, especially versus because he was a European.
Oh, I see.
And he would just walk around and reload shot at people because nobody could hit him. He just kind of shuffled back and forth slowly. And because how do you lead somebody who's walking, like strafe walking? It's kind of hard because you can just change it at a moment. Whereas like dashing, you can kind of, okay, he's gonna be here at some point, but it's kind of like trying to hit somebody who's walking with a car. Like, you can, but he can change the direction at any moment, kind of deal. And those people kind of leaned into the lead. And I think they would do a lot better now in anti-lead style, versus where I have to kind of learn to aim better, just in general. I'm just not good at aiming. Especially back in the day, you had no like hit damage counters and stuff. Like, how hard did you actually hit the person?
Yeah,
but just getting the beat kind of makes me feel happy. Whereas that's not necessarily like great anymore.
Yeah.
So if I ever wanted to actually play this game, I'd have to relearn strategy more than anything.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd like to learn like late dash and late dash, half step, and all that kind of crazy.
Are you still in this room?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm right here. You're in the middle, right?
Yeah.
I think so. I'm about to die.
Oh shit. Come to.
You want to just make an empty room real quick?
Yeah, let's just make our own room. Fuck these guys.
It's a little
crowded actually. Yeah. So
Oh,
whenever.
My game crashing in a minute.
So here's what a lot of people don't understand about this game, right? Is back in the day, we had the only resource that we had to clan war was basically a group of people that were friends, or like in-game friends, versus another people who were in-game friends. That was it basically. It was very, very, for me, it was very rare to find anybody locally or in my friend group at school or anything that played this game. And like, yeah, I would talk to them about it, but the game being how it is.
Oh, so I got a small story. It's not related to anything really important, but it's kind of funny.
Mm-hmm.
So after I joined the military, you go to your first unit. You get to introduce yourself, and you get to meet everybody who you work with, and they're all soldiers, so it's cool. And so I was Signal at the time, and Signal is just a bunch of nerdy people, pretty much. It's 50-50 really, but there was this really I'm gonna call him aggressive, I guess, in this case, but he's aggressively he said he could beat anybody in any game. I'm like, oh, all right. So I actually got him to download and boot up guns, believe it or not, and just fucking took him to town. It was real fun. Like, just, I literally, I was so bad manners. I was fucking, I went in naked with a sword. just a sword. And, he's level 1 because he just literally just downloaded the game. So at first I didn't really want to be cheating. I was like, oh, I was level 40 something or whatever. But all right, so what's the password? Or, well, can you send me the password?
1, 2, oh, frick. Yeah, oh my god, I accidentally fucking clicked an ad on my thing.
Oh no. Yeah, he didn't get he didn't get a kill on me, and I even made a death match, like just a regular death match, not so health wouldn't reset. Just like, well, this isn't gonna help either. They're streaming. Gotta send it on Discord. That's funny. That's fine, whatever.
Yeah, I should have sent it on Discord. Actually, I just realized that I switched scenes, and I didn't realize it.
Alright,
fuck it. If you guys saw that,
show me something.
It's not like they can like rewind the stream. They would have to wait for the video.
True. You got people.
What?
I said, I don't know. You got people watching. They jump in.
I know. There was one time I was doing like a 1v1 warm up with some other person that was sucking, and I don't know, a lot of people started joining. I don't know how, because it was password protected and I wasn't streaming at the time. Okay, so
Teach me, O Sensei.
What? I'm just like, there was like so many things back in iGuns. The Leap was saying like he didn't know that, and like back in iGuns, man, we didn't have premium items, we didn't have anything like that. It was just all breakers. It was the trench coats with the Ares iron shit that was super fucking heavy. And so you had an
average of like 110 and like 60 something AP.
Yeah.
Or 70 something. I don't remember. I think it was like 110 and 70.
It was 110 and 70, and that was even with rings as well. If you weren't gonna wear the iron stuff, the Ares iron stuff.
Right, the big heavy shit.
Yeah. So yeah, back then, man, guys, I'm telling you guys, back then we didn't have 100 plus HP or 100 plus AP and 130 HP. Like
back in my day, we didn't have these premiums. We just made do with what we had. Bounty.
Bounty, man.
Yongwall wrong.
Oh, here's a question. Here's an iGuns question for you. Here's a super iGuns question for you. Did you ever swap?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm a fervent. I hate the leveling system in guns by far. I think it's the biggest waste of time.
Yeah.
I am in the minority apparently because nobody seems to give a shit. Like on iGuns, the private server, you know, Marty, if you ever listen to this, you need to change the server name because it gets really confusing when talking about it. All right, just telling you right now. This is if he ever watches this. On the private server, we wiped levels, like gone. No levels. You just go in, you buy the equipment, you play the game. Cool. Nobody gives a shit. I'm like, fuck, man, really? And I full disclosure, I have developed in the past for iGuns. I am part of their staff right now, but I haven't touched the source in probably half a year almost.
Hey, Leap.
But
I'm sorry, Papa. I'm sorry, dude. This interview is kind of like just like a one-on-one. But
nobody cares. So
type exclamation Discord and join the Discord, and then shoot me a message if you want to be
instead of what you want it to be. Like nobody really wants to see a game that's. I'm not saying people don't want to see it, but they don't want to go out of their way to make it happen. They're content with what this is, which is by all means. I mean, I think F Guns actually handles it pretty well. The power difference between a level 1 and level 99 is I don't know what 10%, 15% maybe overall. So it's not awful. Like I won't say like this is a bad setup, but it's a competitive game where that can matter, and that bothers me a whole lot. So swapping, absolutely. In fact, I have after the Locust Plague thing, me and a couple other people that I won't mention because I don't want them to be upset that I told people that they MP leveled, but MP leveled. We didn't care. Because they clearly didn't care about hacking anyways. So, what's a little harmless 20-minute going from 1 to 40 something gonna do? Doesn't hurt nobody. So. Yeah,
I mean, hey, it is what it is, dude. It is what it is. You gotta get the.
Yeah, that makes me a bad person. Yeah, eat it. I don't care.
I'm not gonna lie. Back in the day, man, there was.
Swap though.
You can freaking. Before anybody knew how to case style really, really good, a freaking guy like a good case styler that knew kind of what he was doing, like not anywhere on our level right now, but back in the day, what was good. It was a lot more. It was easy, right? It was a lot easier to kill people, and a case styler with the default setting with the rusty sword was the Renaults, right? The double Renaults.
Yeah.
Somebody with that knew how to case style can take down 2 people with shotguns that knew how to case style. It was just that.
There was definitely a huge disparity in skill level overall. Part of that, I think, was equipment. I know that seems like a lazy excuse, but I when I started playing guns, I was playing on a laptop with chiclet keys and ghosting, and I want to say it was like a Microsoft mouse, like a really shitty one, with the one with the ball, the one that the fucking trackball in the middle of it. I played gun with that too, and I was constantly having to remove the ball to take out the fucking thing and to clean it out.
Yeah, because my aim was like fucking shit, and so that's like one of the excuses I had in my mind. It's just like, oh my god, my aim sucks. I better fucking clean this shit.
So I learned about ghosting in like 2006. So for those who don't know, ghosting is when if you press multiple keys at once on your keyboard, how many of those keys actually get sent to the computer and registered. And because of how fast guns is pressed, a lot of keys get overlapped and it will drop inputs on you. And at the time, the big gaming thing was anti-ghosting, which was basically just running it on PS2, the PS/2 port versus USB. That was pretty much the only difference.
Oh, true.
So that was a big upgrade for me. I could I could do things so much better after that. I was like, oh, this is amazing. Technology. Still using my shitty laptop though. Like, I just plugged in a keyboard to it.
Oh yeah.
Wait,
so
I didn't get a good I didn't get a good computer until probably 2009. So I rocked that thing for a long time.
And so 2009, you finally got a desktop?
Yeah, I built a computer from scratch after that.
In 2009?
Yep.
Jesus
Super
Christ.
fun.
This is like Linus talking about when he first built a computer.
Okay, man. Wait, I'm not that much of a boomer. God damn. Yeah, Linus fucking alright, well hold on. Which Linus are you talking about? The Tech Tips?
Yeah, Linus Tech Tips.
Okay, I was like Linux Linus. The fucking inventor of Linux, who's like
Jesus Christ.
Literally a graybeard at this point.
No.
What was the impression of OG players when they found out about wall running? Was it used often during attack and defense room?
I saw that and I was gonna ask you. You were talking, so I didn't want to interrupt.
All right.
But
it's okay.
wall running. I just want to say wall running was a thing in iGuns.
Yeah.
So
wall running was discovered. No. I don't know if it was discovered before. I think it came with the craze thing, like the little like 4 moves that he brought over. I don't remember exactly.
Wall running was just a thing you found out in the game.
Yeah, it tells you, like, if you actually read the cutscenes, the little loading screen tips.
Oh,
it tells
that's
you how
right.
to do it.
Yeah, exactly. And
but,
I will say, okay,
videos,
in this comment, there's a big leap. If you're still watching, there's a huge disparity here. Wall running was a thing in the original release of the game. Attack and defense rooms at A&D, that didn't happen until Iggy.
Not cutscenes. I'm sorry, I misspoke.
They're the little
loading screens.
Yeah, loading screens with the little tips at the bottom of the screen. That's what he meant.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry, I misspoke. Not cutscenes. No cutscenes. No. I will say there were videos of this game well prior, and wall running was like the highlight. Yeah. So it was tumbling and wall running.
It was the Matrix.
That was
it was literally the Matrix game. That's what people called it.
Fast action. What was it? There's this like thing that scrolls across the screen. Fast-paced action.
Yeah, God. That Let's Rock. Yeah. Holy shit. Dude, sometimes I like
I can hum that whole song. The whole damn thing.
We'll just play that in the background of the stream right now. Yeah.
God damn it. I need another drink.
Hey, be my guest, man. I'm drinking as well.
Pretty sad if this game ever dies completely. It's such a missed opportunity.
Yeah, I don't think it will. Just seeing the indie developments and stuff like that. Fuhan has been crazy, man. Crazy.
That's what I was talking about earlier. He has been like on me.
Yeah.
He hasn't talked to me in about a couple of months now though, because I think he's having a couple of issues IRL. Keeping I don't know exactly, so I'm not going to speculate. But
yeah, I wouldn't say he's having issues. I think he's just having some things he has to deal with. But
yeah, it's work problems and stuff.
Oh,
so.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to leak any data here.
No, yeah, and he's a guy. He's a guy who lives somewhere.
He's a guy that lives somewhere and he's doing shit.
Somewhere on the planet Earth, maybe. That's speculative too. Ooh, I don't know.
Yeah, he might be.
Yeah, he would bug me about mechanics questions, which is a good sign, very good sign, because I don't want a guy who just kind of thinks he knows everything. Even people who've played this game for years, like I would never just go in like I know the whole game. Like, no man, especially now. Like some people some people are just crazy in this game now. I cannot get at that level.
Yeah.
I might be able to learn how to aim better and like compete at that in that way.
Honestly,
but, like the movement and stuff, I just can't keep up with that shit. So
yeah, some of the movements are kind of they're kind of weird, and
the late dash thing is strange. So can you? Do you know how that works? Like just in general?
yeah. So I mean, yeah, just come here. I'll show you. So when you mean late dash, here, just stand like over here so you can see. I'll do it on this wall here. Let me do it, and then Leap has like another thing about eye guns that way. I kind of want us to answer that, but
yeah, sorry. Hopefully you can cut this out of the recording because obviously it's jarring a little bit, I guess.
So late dash, is this what you mean?
You need to tell me. I don't fucking know. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, So I've been conflating it with yo-yo, if you know what that is. For
for D-style. Mm-hmm.
I don't think they're the same, but I thought they shared properties, and I guess they don't. So
no, they don't.
Okay, it's like that is what I thought the silent dash or late dash is for the other moves, but that's not the case.
Here, do this, right?
Right. So you you slide on the ground.
So just do this. So you know how to do that. So then, whenever you do that, at the tip of your jump, while you're doing it at the tip of your jump, just dash. Like bring out your sword and just dash.
So it's the silent dash.
Yeah, it's the silent dash.
They actually are related then. Okay, cool. Never mind. All right, carry on.
So you just do that.
Answer question.
And you can kind of tie it in.
Yeah. Okay. No. Okay, that makes a whole lot more sense. And so it's actually making K-style about as difficult as D-style. If you have to do that consistently.
Yeah, I mean, D-style kind of derived from the K-style, right? It's just that somebody found out you can freaking switch to your weapons. I don't know if you've watched Sinbad, but you don't. Whenever he's switching weapons and jumping around, he literally looks like he's dashing with the weapon.
Yeah, no, I know. In fact, I played a game with him right before this.
Yeah. So it's essentially that, but with the dagger, it's a lot easier because of the delay. It's such a low delay, you don't even see the fucking thing.
Yeah. Well, sorry. Well, so what was this question?
All right. So, how was it like in iGuns playing with so many Korean players? Were they better players compared to players of other countries, or is that just overrated?
So there actually wasn't many Korean players playing with us.
No, there were a few. There
was maybe 5 or so. Yeah, I had to guess.
And they were really fucking good.
Yeah, no, they were leaps years ahead of us in terms of skill until
they started teaching us how to do this shit.
Yeah, pretty much. Like I said, I think it's late 2000 or mid 2006 or early 2006, something like that. And I don't know. I don't have a general idea of what like K Guns was doing at that time. I imagine they were a little bit better, but when a tech gets discovered, it gets disseminated. And I think at that point where like reload shot was a thing, that's when everybody was kind of on equal playing ground. If there wasn't, I think we had caught up at that point, and then we all kind of learned that at the same time.
Yeah. So in terms of that question, with iGuns, what you're referencing is kind of like the start of Iggy. Whenever everybody kind of knew what K-style was, that was the thing. Whenever a lot of people knew what K-style was, and we're talking tens of thousands of players. We're talking like 10 to 15,000. A lot, like more than half of those people knew how to K-style. And so you would have people that would ultimately just like fucking decimate everybody in a room, and you'd have people that were equal to everybody else, and you'd have people that were still learning. And it was just one of those things. So everybody kind of like, at that point, everybody was still kind of learning new stuff, even if it was just the butterfly, the double butterfly, the half step, the flash step, things like that. And then the really good players, once they kind of learned how Koreans played, I think it started getting towards a darker side in some areas. Not you know, all the time, but as you said, there were people disconnecting their net and then reconnecting it, things like that.
End stepping. I was like, oh.
Yep, end stepping. Yep, there were people doing that. There's a lot of stuff, right? This is ultimately a competitive game that doesn't have a lot of regulations from developers and things like that. So, you know,
player regs,
things like that where it was hard to detect. Even now in the server that we're playing on right now, there's a lot of people that still use macros and still use a slight advantage for reasons that are not necessary, because this is a private server. But you know,
like, the stakes are so low. Like, why? You know, it's not like you're gonna get anything out of winning. Ultimately, other than like a sense of satisfaction or something.
But that satisfaction is false because you're using something to make you good. So
yeah, I guess
that's the thing. But some people fall into that, you know. Some people fall into that kind of trap mindset.
Yeah.
So Hymnosi, what? After everything that you've seen from other games and stuff, like, there's so many competitive games in esports now. It's been blown up. League of Legends is like one of the biggest ones. Dota 2 is also might be a little bit bigger in terms of monetary value, but not in terms of popularity. What made you come back to guns?
I mean, nostalgia, probably, overall. There's a feel to this game that no other game has ever captured for me. And I like to refer to it as flow state. I mean, it's related to flow stating, where you just kind of like, for example, like, I could tap out a butterfly without a keyboard. What other game can you physically perform the action to do something without it in front of you? It's almost like an expert, I don't know, basketball player doing, or I like to say like shadow boxer, like somebody, you know, who's really good at boxing, who can use shadow boxing to freaking get better at their craft. And no other games ever captured that concept to me. So it made sense for me to come back. And when I saw that, it was really kind of, I said, a dumpster fire. It was not in a good state. Reddit was kind of dumpy. No offense to Sid if he's listening.
He probably is.
He probably is. I'm sorry. It was bad. I wasn't a big fan. Coming to see what was here, I thought maybe something like Guns Factor had popped up by then, but there really wasn't anything. I was like, what is going on? And then I learned about all of the private server warring back and forth and hacking back and forth, and
true.
Just it kind of hooked me back into like, okay, I can do something about this. I can, you know, I'm not like some expert anything related to computers. I'm pretty good at coding, not great. I'm pretty good at communications, not great. I'm pretty good at building communities, not great, but I can do something. Nobody's doing anything. So I did, and I created a Discord server, Guns Chat. You're there. Pretty sure at least half of the people here are.
Yeah.
And
a lot of people are there.
And it was a slow start. I had a lot of work to do.
For everybody listening right now, what is the link for that? If they just type it in the browser,
it's guns.chat. That's it. There's nothing else. It'll open up a Discord link, and you can bring it over to Discord, and it'll pop you in. There's no requirements to get in. It's just like any other Discord server, and hopefully it's not the last. but we'll go from here and see how it works out. I spent a lot of time bridging gaps between people that probably didn't need help bridging gaps, but didn't have any incentive to do so. So, like, just an aside, like, what is the incentive for the F-gun staff to ever talk to or give a crap about M20 or monk guns or guns duels or whatever? They're never going to talk to each other because they're at odds with each other in terms of on a monetary standpoint.
True.
And the problem that happens is that you end up creating walled gardens, walled islands even, where somebody will not play another private server because they don't need, like, there's no connecting tissue between the two. So how do you fix that? Like, you have to break down these communication barriers, and not only that, there's actual communication barriers, because a lot of guns players don't speak English. It's just a matter of fact. Like, a lot of South American players do not speak any English, or if they do, it's very little. And getting to these players is just difficult. So, so you break down all these walls. What do you do with it? Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
On that note,
I got on a tangent.
I'm gonna use the bathroom, and you can actually continue explaining that.
I'm gonna monologue the crap out of your stream. Let's do this.
That is a really, really good point. That is a very, very good point. So I'm gonna be right back.
Yeah. So a lot of the stuff I've done in the past 2 years is breaking down these small barriers. And I was trying to be as inclusive as possible. Like, okay, we got UGG guns, you got M20, you got F guns, you got all these tinier, smaller private servers like iGuns and old school guns and Guns 2034. And okay, how do I get all these people in one room and sit down and be like, we are going to kill guns this way? Keeping it all separated out is going to eventually kill this game as a whole. Masangsoft does not care. As a community, we have to come together and do something about this. And over time, I was able to get people's buy-in, so to speak. People would join the server, and we talk and get to know each other a little bit. And I don't know if I'd call anybody particularly a good friend. A lot of people I've promoted to staff, or I would consider friends. But a lot of the private server developers, they're acquaintances. But we get together, and I can ask them questions, and I get a little bit of support from them, and they get a little bit of support from me. And slowly but surely, we're bridging this gap, these island gaps between each server. And hopefully, at some point, I can get the majority of the community back together under one roof. The death of Guns Factor was devastating to this game. Like, by far. Once that place died, even when it was like in its corrupted, weird state where it had a private server attached to it, and the staff was either, I'm not going to speculate on what happened, but I was told that they were inept or they did not take care of it. But once it died, like, there was nothing left. Where did you go for community guns for the community? It just was not there.
Honestly, a lot of people moved on from Guns Factor, and they moved on to 4chan or another thing. And so, like, to your end, it's insane because something like Reddit, a guns subreddit, would have been the new Guns Factor. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And unfortunately, I think this is to Sid's credit, I believe, or it may have been to Haas, but they actually got the original owner to transfer like rights to it. Like, the person who bought it, or like not bought it, but created it, wasn't like maintaining it, and they took it over. So it wasn't like I'm not completely poo-pooing on what they did. Like, it just wasn't very well created, and it kind of fell apart at the seams. And a lot of it was because from like 2015 to 2017, 2018, these private servers were using it as a dumping ground for advertisement and other general bad things. So they had to lock it down pretty hard. Like, they just had to like keep, like, if you ever go on Reddit, go to Guns 1 or Guns Online. There's two separate subreddits, and these are literal advertisement pieces for Monk.
Oh yeah, no, I've seen it. I've seen it, and there's some from UGG. The U/mate official is fucking bullshit, dude.
Yeah, and it's like, oh yeah, absolutely. When I saw that person, I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, I was like, who the fuck is that?
I wasn't tricked at all. I'm like, what the? No.
It's fake.
Who is doing that? And especially, I think you were around with the DMCA attacks. Obviously, you're a streamer, so you are like tuned in on that pretty hard.
Oh yeah.
Like, so for those not in the loop, like, there's been a rash of copyright strikes on YouTube and I guess other platforms, but YouTube's like the main one. And they've been successful. They've been taking down guns videos left and right, like old ones, as well as like more current ones.
So, yeah. This has been something that's been a thing for damn, it's been about a year and a half now.
Yeah, so all these issues kind of made it difficult for any kind of community to really come together. It's really the fault. I'm just gonna say it's at fault for people like PLS,
from, please, and Monk,
please, and Monk.
Both of them.
They refuse to work together with the other people in the community. I tried so fucking hard to get Monk to behave like with the community. He won't. He doesn't care.
Neither does Please.
He's a greedy person who is, I hate to talk this much shit, but like I really think he has mental issues. Like he does not understand. I don't know if it's empathy. Like he's literally sociopathic in how he operates. Like I see it all the time when I interact with him.
Yeah.
If it's not going his way, he lashes out, and if it's going his way, he kind of rides people. Like he rides the wave of positivity in his favor. Yeah. And he's gone out of his way to like pay people to promote for him, either through actual payment or through in-game payment and that kind of stuff. Which on itself, I don't really think is an awful thing. But the problem is he's doing it in a way to rip people from other servers. And the worst part is he views himself as some sort of like savior of the game, which I want to die. Like, I don't want to talk to this guy. I'm done. Yeah. I'm so done with this bullshit.
Just go away. Understand that.
And when Sid kind of rolled out, he's like, hey, no, we're not going to deal with these people anymore. It's banned. At first, I pushed back. I'm like, no. We have to kind of, we have to do this, like, kumbaya, bridge the gap, get people together. And eventually he wore me down with the logic. I'm like, no. He's like, no. This is bad, and you're hurting your community. I'm like, God damn it, you're right. You're right, man. I'm sorry. I actually did apologize. If I didn't apologize to him, I apologize now. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to give you such a hard time about that. It was all private. So unfortunately, no one got to see this lovely conversation we had. It's very passionate. He's a very passionate person, especially about this game.
Who, Monk?
No, Sid.
Sid? Oh, yeah.
Sid loves this game so much.
Yeah,
he got mad at me earlier today for making all the changes to the Discord.
Oh, like, really?
He's like, quit changing shit. I was like, I can't help it. I love tweaking stuff, I guess.
Yeah. He was so, oh my god, he was so mad. I can tell so bad. He was really mad whenever I beat him in the tournament for the gladiator thing.
Oh, no, he was mad at himself because he messed up the thing.
Yeah. Well,
honestly,
he was mad at that, like the whole mix-up thing. But like whenever we did, okay, so like we're gonna put everything aside. We're gonna do this one last round, and I beat him there. He was still pretty mad. And like,
was he pissed off after that? Yeah, that sucks, man.
The thing thing that's crazy is like for me, like I'm not a gladiator. That was my first time ever playing anything competitive in gladiator. So like for him to like, you know what I mean? Like for me to win and stuff like that. Like I feel bad because like he would have probably maybe gone farther than I did in the tournament.
Well, where'd you end up at it, by the way?
Dude, I beat Sid, and that's the only person I beat. I didn't. My next person, the next round for me was this guy named Zabu, who was apparently one of the two people that he was worried about. So it was kind of like,
Yeah.
it's just one of those things where like I would have gotten a lot more rounds in if I didn't face fucking the guy that was like really good at this shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't like single elimination brackets like that, but I guess you have to for brevity. Like, otherwise, shit's just gonna take forever.
Yeah, true.
But it happens. If there were like big stakes, I would definitely push for like round robin or double limb.
Round robin at least for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, at least you get a bunch of and from like a private server perspective, like you get a lot of promotional material, like legit, like people post their replays and their videos and stuff online.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of free publicity for very little work.
Oh shit, dude! Actually, can I put this? I have a one of the replays of Sid and I's round, and I got this insane thing of him. I don't even know how I got the angle, but I got the angle, and it's like super like animeistic, like fucking. It's really really cool. And I need to finish that. I fucking keep forgetting about it.
Oh, that's awesome.
But
yeah. Leap had one more question, I believe.
Yeah, I see. Is your plan? Well, before that, he said, "So true. I've been in a few private servers that were in a lot of South Americans players that either couldn't or didn't want to speak in English."
Yeah, that's very true.
That's very very true. Is your plan to create a new server for all to join where it would be like an official server?
No. The answer to that will be no for as long as I'm capable of maintaining that stance. The issue is that once I open up shop as a private server, I am now the target of all the other private servers on an official capacity. Because you got to think, like, there is a bottom line still, even for private servers, when it comes to like money, and any additional competition can be considered hostile, and especially would hurt
in
my
a game like this.
It would hurt my reputation with everybody else. So like, I made this image for myself that I'm willing to work with anybody who's willing to work with me, and I'm willing to maintain a neutral stance as much as I can. And as soon as I take a stance like that, I'm going to make my own private server. I'm going to do it right. I'm going to get everybody all together. It's going to fall apart really quick. I think that's actually part of why Guns Factor died. I wasn't around at the time, but I can imagine like Guns Factor running their own server. That doesn't seem like it's going to be a good idea.
That seems like absolute mayhem.
They did. I mean, apparently it was all right, but it was just
if I remember correctly, there were quite a few, right? Because this is back in the days of Iggy, before Area, maybe like a year or so before, or maybe 2 years, about a year or two before Area Games. There was Damon Guns,
Damon's Ring.
Damon's Ring, and then there was like the test PTR kind of thing of Damon's Ring. There was Trinity, there was Legacy, there was a lot.
Yeah, no, there's been a couple iterations of private servers now.
But
just
those,
like eras per se.
Yeah, those were different kind of eras of
That was back when you could just kind of throw a server together and just have fun with it.
Yeah.
Because they weren't trying to like replicate the original game at that point.
And you can hack. Some of the hacks were like approved in like quest mode only type of thing, and they were testing a lot of that stuff. But that was like on the dark that was like on the weird side of Guns Factor, where Guns Factor was just, I wish that place was still around.
Yep.
How do you wish to build this bridge between different servers? I'm sure many players aren't able to invest time in multiple clients of Guns simultaneously. Unfortunately, Leap, there is no wishing to build a bridge. It's just the way it is right now.
I got a little more. I can delve into this just a little bit deeper. So, this bridge between servers is not literal. It's more of a community side of the thing. Yeah, and you're right. I should not expect players to quit their current server to play another server or even jump around between servers. But I mean, so Guns Factor itself. I'm just going to reference Guns Factor for a little bit because that was probably the only time that you had a community center point in Guns. I mean, you had like individual clan pages and whatnot, but that really I wouldn't count that. It wasn't server specific in that it wasn't like you must play on iGuns. You can be there and play K guns, you can play J guns, you can play India guns. It didn't matter. Or BR, the Duel, I think is the other one. And I don't necessarily want people to play on all servers. I just want people to communicate with each other between servers, not necessarily the private server developers, the actual developers, but the people. Because like right now, there are people on F-Guns that have no idea what the fuck Guns Chat is. There are people on UGG that don't know what it is. There are people on M2O that don't know what it is. Or all these different little, like I said, islands that that don't recognize a larger community for this game, or if they do, it's a non-issue for them because they just want to play on their server. And by all means, if you're a hardliner, I want to play play on F-Guns forever, that's fine. I don't have any issue with people who support servers because, I mean, somebody's got to support these places. I don't have anything against people making money on this game per se. I just have a problem with people who prioritize it because it's a private server. Like, none of us really have claim to this game in an official capacity. And if you focus on making money in this game, you are going to kill it, essentially. Or at least you're going to make it much harder for any kind of community effort to spontaneously grow out of it. It's really hard to describe though, because for example, if Mustang Soft came out tomorrow and said like we're going to create iGuns 2.0, like the next iteration of International Guns is going to be on Steam. We're going to advertise. We're going to get some good stuff going.
iGuns, by the way, had some of the most amazing advertisements.
Yeah.
They really did.
So if they bring it back, I kind of just want everybody to be ready for it as a community, like ideally, but I don't see it happening. So instead, we kind of just have to come together and I don't say it's like a last stand for this game, because obviously I think this game will last probably a long time. The fact that the source is freely available and it still runs on modern computers, it's going to be around in one fashion or another. But I just want the community to be in kind of one place for it. I don't know. It's hard to.
So
explain my goal
here's one of my questions, which is going to be.
Sure.
I don't know what your thoughts are on this, but if Mustang Soft was to release an official game and they put the money in, they did advertising, they put it on Steam, they did YouTube, they did all these things, would you be mad if they came after private servers, right, to try and take them down, like you see other games try and do? And also, would it be okay for them to just leave them up? Like, if they were trying to revive it in an official way, would it be bad if they left them up, or should they try and take them down?
So in happy-go-lucky, everybody hold hands, I would prefer them to work with the people who've been touching the source almost on a daily basis for the past, 10 years, whatever, 9 years now, 10 years, and bring them in to help make the game better. And in exchange for the servers going down, like the private servers, obviously that's not a thing. Like, that's never going to happen. the next best thing would be to to issue DMCA's out and shut them down so everybody's consolidated on one server, in my view, because then we can work with getting enough population on one server to bootstrap it for an official release. So like the problem with guns in general, on top of everything else that has an issue with it, is that it is unplayable with less than a certain amount of people. Like, you literally can't play this game. That is not as much of an issue now because there's challenge quests and all these other things. But if you're just one person on the server, you can't do anything. Like, it's almost impossible to play. So, and while the logical thing is, okay, you have two people, it's fine. But the problem is, you know, everybody has different idea what to do. You have to have a certain baseline level of people playing before a spontaneous game will kind of happen. So, from a logistics perspective, I would want them to shut down all the other servers so that all of them are in one spot, so that a game can actually grow out of it. Because if it's just, you know, pushed out into the wind, you're not going to get very far with it. Should they shut down servers? Yes, I think so. Honestly, if they were if they are actually putting out an actual server, I don't hold any loyalty to these private servers like that. You know, I care about the game more than anything, not a specific server. So.
I think it's pretty much the same thing, right? It's, you want the game to survive. You don't want.
Yeah, I mean, I just want people to play the game. I want new people to play the game more than anything. Yeah, I find value that in this game, even if so. I think somebody asked that question: is this game worth playing in 2021? Is it really worth picking up as like a new player? And I thought about it for a minute. I'm like, well, the logical answer is no, because the skill gap is just ridiculous. Like, and the amount of people playing is very small, and all these little nuances that you're like, no, probably not. But then I was thinking about, like, I answered this earlier, what drove me back to this game after so long, and it really is like the game feel is. Once you get it down, once you're able to do it, it feels ridiculously good. Like, there's no comparable thing I can think of.
True.
Like, being able to bust out a high technical skill in guns while doing it in combat at the spur of the moment. Like, I'm sure there's other games like that, but that have that similar feel, but nothing for me has compared that way. True. It's like getting like a AWP fucking headshot from halfway across the map. You're like, oh.
Yeah, every kill when you're kiss down is like a 360 no scope almost.
It's fucking visceral, the whole game. That's the word I like to use for this. The unique thing about guns is that every input is, I mean, obviously you have to double tap for dash, but besides that, every input is an action. It's not there's no delay on anything. Everything is, there is delay, obviously, but like every action comes out immediately. There's no input delay.
How the fuck did I? Oh, I'm sorry.
Good.
I fucking died, and yeah.
You just got.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, no. There is. It's all input. You're right.
But so I guess to sum up, I think it's worth learning, even if you don't ever plan on playing it competitively, or even at a high skill level, just because, you know, I want people to experience that concept, that flow. Like, even just watching you play, you're able to stay up on the walls while fighting. Okay, you kind of fucked up there, but
fuck.
Is this 2v1?
Yeah, it is 2v1.
Okay.
I've been winning, and then this person is like really trying to aim me down and shit.
Oh yeah, just to respond to Leap again. other than the skill gap being immense for a new player, the game does look bare bones, though it could have a proper tutorial and better quest design, so that each aspect works well to make the whole game better. And yeah, and you know, we have this discussion occasionally as private server developers. How do you actually onboard a new player in this game? Like really, like right now, what would you do to get somebody new into this game?
Okay, so I've actually been thinking about this in a weird way. Yes, it's hard, but the thing is, like, have you ever played Warframe?
Yeah, not long, but I did play it for a couple weeks.
Did you ever play to the point where sorry, this guy's actually making me mad because it's a 2v1 and he's actually healing. But okay, so yeah, he's tryharding me. So okay, back. Warframe has like these different, like if you want to advance in your like level in your Warframe suit, kind of a thing, you have to pass like this test.
Right.
And so, and it's kind of like a shadow play, right? So it's like and I was interested in this for a long time. I was always wondering, can you shadow play a really good player in guns and fight against them? Kind of like a speed trial in Mario Kart or in Crash Bandicoot, right? In CTR.
So is it like fighting a ghost?
It's like fighting a ghost. It's like fighting...
Okay, like a replay?
Like a replay kind of thing. And so I've never seen that ever in obviously in guns, because it doesn't exist. But it's like that. And
so just a bit of sauce, I guess. On iGuns, there is in training. It's only in training mode right now, but there's a bot system that was created by Crawley, just to credit somebody. Although she kind of disappeared in 2018, so we have no way of like knowing what everything was about with that. But basically, you can record your actions and then have a bot replay your actions to the letter. Now, there's some limitations, and it's mostly engine limitations. What the fuck? Why'd you lose there?
I don't know. I think it's because... Oh, now I got freaking people.
Oh, that was weird. Anyways, there's limitations because the bot can only... the bot can't be knocked back, basically, because it's just a recording of what you did. It doesn't actually have any, like... It has physics, like you can walk into it and it knocks you back, but it can't be knocked back because then it would fall off of the predetermined...
Right, yeah, the path, right?
But it is there. Like, it is possible to do that kind of thing in guns. It is... Crawley, whoever this person was, I never even talked to her, apparently was like, oh, fucking wizard, and made this shit out of nowhere. And it's all available. It's just a process of putting it on all these other games.
Yeah, so like that's like but it's not like an AI, right? It's not like a
it's not quite an AI. Like, it wouldn't be, because all it does is record what you did and then replay it. It's, in fact, it is literally the replay system put into the game. Like, it just records your movements and replays them for you. There's nothing else to it. In fact, it even records things like getting hits done or getting knocked back, one for one. So it's nothing spectacular. It's not like I can put in an AI on this thing and we're going to create bots for guns and we're going to save guns by automating everything. No, it's not quite that advanced, unfortunately, but
that sounds so good. I would love to fight him.
Okay. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Yeah,
four shots in or 5 shots in at this point,
I would freaking love to fight against a guns bot and just like improve, right? So like if I can just take Oblivic's skill and put that into a bot where it auto aims me or something.
Yeah, sure. Oh, Living made me mad, man. We were just fucking around in game, and I don't know if he's actually trying or not ever.
Oh, he is. He is definitely trying.
He was wiping me.
Anytime he gets a chance, this is the guy. This is the guy that like, any chance he gets to play, he's gonna play hard. I remember it was just like we were playing a garden match and like all the people left and I was streaming and it was fun. And he just kept trying. And then I remember telling him like, dude, it's only me and you. I still have to stream. Can you like bring your skills down to like 25%? And he was like, yeah, sure. And then then I had a chance to kill him and shit.
Can you make me look good? I'm on stream, man. Come on. Can you?
Well,
At
the time I was testing new keybinds.
Oh, okay.
So
that's a good excuse. I'm just kidding.
No, I'm serious. I was actually.
I know. I'm fucking. I believe you. I believe you. Trust me.
So
I've been trying to learn fucking right click block, and I'm dying. Like I can't do it.
Right click, dude. Same. Exactly same. I cannot do it. I put my block on Q when I started playing this game.
My brain can't handle that.
Frickin', I can do everything else on my keyboard, but it's my mouse. Like I have right click reload on my mouse and I can't get over it. I have right click block on my mouse right now.
Yeah. Hey, you can go with whatever question you got, man. Any game. At this point, I think you've gotten enough footage to stitch together.
Yeah, man.
Movie, right? Yeah, so by all means, if you want to talk about something, I'll entertain.
I've got a good like freaking probably a good hour of editing that I have to do. So anything right now is at this point laughing moments. Oh, if you don't mind, Hymnosi, I kind of want to start a tradition. So like next week, I'm interviewing Sinbad, which is going to be interesting because he's a D-styler.
Yeah.
Which I want to learn how he learned D-style and all that stuff. But at the end of the interview, whenever that is tonight, if we like 1v1, right? So like I want to 1v1 whoever I'm interviewing.
Yeah.
Is that cool with you?
Oh, you wanna 1v1? Is that what you're trying to do? I'm sorry, I feel like I missed like a sentence there.
Yeah. So whenever the interview is over with, we 1v1 to end it all, and then like a no hard feelings 1v1 kind of thing.
Oh, let me sword you, man. I don't,
Yeah. We could do glad. We can do
it's
glad.
It's not gonna be entertaining unless we sword. Plus, if I beat you and Sid didn't, oof.
Okay.
Bragging rights.
Now you're just pissing off my Twitch mod here. Okay.
You can't kick me out. I'm not logged in, so. He's a co-admin on my server, so.
Oh really?
Yeah. He could fuck some shit up. In fact, I called he was mad at me, so I called he was mad because I told him that he posted a meme in the wrong channel.
The smallest thing, like.
Yeah, like, come on, man. Like, and then I created a channel for shit posting, and I called it Sid posting.
Oh no, that's
with a little poop emoji.
Wait, is that what that is? Oh my god, I didn't even notice that.
It's just yeah.
Holy shit!
Place to dump fucking
Sid,
images.
dude, get wrecked, bro.
Oh, dad jokes all day, man. Hey, I'm gonna go I'll be right back.
Yeah, sure. That's what you get for being naked. Who is naked? That was a zebra-looking thing. Look at this suit.
Get ready to fight. Let's rock.
Age of Empires 2 is a very old game, but the base source has been improved on for over 2 decades now, so I think it's well within the bounds of guns having Disney AI implemented. It's... Look, whenever you think about it that way, like, yes, but you're thinking about it in terms of age, like what is close to that age, and not necessarily the standpoint of developers, patch fixes, things like that, which there are very few of. And
Hey, can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you. The less we have of that is really, really bad, because we're not going to have, I don't think, the closest thing that we have to that is what Hymnosi was mentioning earlier, which is the recording your animations and then putting that into a figure that cannot be moved off track. That is the closest thing I believe that we're gonna get, unless for some fucking reason Microsoft releases something like an AI training system, right?
So,
Which I don't.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Oh no. So just Leap was saying, Age of Empires 2 is a very old game, but the base source has been improved for over 2 decades now. So I think this is well within the bounds of Guns having decent AI implemented. And I was just kind of like, not really arguing against it, but just like putting it kind of like into like a reality kind of thing about it.
So with what I was mentioning earlier, it's probably not. Like I said, it's just the replay system kind of implemented into the game. But
on that note, I will be right back too.
Sure. Yeah. There is some hope on that respect, because if you take Quest, for example, just the Quest monsters, they're really simplistic. Like, especially the original Quest, where it's kind of like the monsters are treated like tanks from an old game where they can just move forward, and then they got to turn, and then they move forward, and then they got to turn, and then if they see somebody, they shoot, but otherwise they just move towards you, and then they got to turn, and it's really, really, really simplistic. But if I were to like decide, hey, we should write an AI for Guns, it would probably extrapolate off the Quest system more than what I mentioned earlier, because the groundwork's there for controlling an entity inside of the engine. It's just not fleshed out in any meaningful way, especially with K-Style. Like, even if you could just get a bot working where it, you drive forward, or it moves forward on a map and shoots at things more fluidly than a Quest mob, you probably made more advances than anybody has in the past 10 years, which I don't know if that's saying something about the people who work on this game, or just the difficulty of working on this game in general. Because it's a challenging task. I'm not gonna lie, especially these larger implements. But that's probably where I would go with it. Now, none of us are. If Microsoft worked on it, I'm gonna be real. Microsoft is a shovelware provider, which is like games that are bad. No offense, Guns is not a good game. It's not. Sorry, it's good. It's a fun game. It's got a lot of really cool things, but in the grand scheme of games to make money on, Guns is not it. Like, they're not gonna make a ton of. I hope they make a ton of money on it, but they have a monumental task to accomplish if they were to try to do that. So the amount of people who are tasked to work on this are probably minimal, if anybody.
Get ready to fight. Let's rock.
Is it also to do with the engine itself being difficult to work with? From a private server perspective or private developer perspective, partially. We really don't touch the engine as the engine itself, like the rendering and the physics and whatnot. It's more about the game logic being really, really, really hard to work with. And the problem itself, so when you work on a project, you have one of two things happen. You either have really good documentation, which means something that explains what the fuck code's doing at any given time, or you have somebody who knows what it's doing, and you kind of lean on them to do everything for you or design things. And we have neither of those things. Like, we have a stack of code and nothing to work with. So a lot of the mods you see are an accumulation of years and years and years of buildup on how to do certain things. And like I said earlier, there's no coordination between the private servers because they all have this money first mentality. So any progress made on their server is isolated. And that makes it a lot more difficult to create a better product overall. One of the projects I had started, and it's kind of fallen off, but I'd like to get back to it at some point when I have more time, is called Open Guns. And it's essentially an open source implementation of guns. It uses the original source, but it builds on it in an open way so that there's no... Every increment towards that being done is an increment towards a better game. There's no back-end money first mentality between private server developers. Unfortunately, that means some people are just going to have to be selfless individuals, and those are hard to come by. Even in open source, that is legal, because guns is dubiously legal, but not legal enough for a lot of people to really bite on. Oh, so Risco says I have to take the wheel for 5 minutes. So, anybody have any questions for me? I saw Killzaz mentions Project Reload, which I did want to mention earlier. I love Fuhan. He has been very, very, very responsive with me on making sure that his version of the game is as best as it can. Big fan. I'm hoping that we get the beta test or alpha test that somewhat soon. I guess we'll see. I know he mentioned it in private. I don't want to put dates in anybody's mind about it. So whenever that happens. Well, we were talking about, we've been all over the place with the interview, so not, and most of it's already been hashed out. He's presumably running a interview series with guns players, trying to get more broad information about the game for other people to listen to and enjoy. And I think his main pitch was that he was looking for people who've played from a long time ago, for people who have only been playing for a couple of years to kind of listen to for fun. But I mean, I'm in a position to sales pitch. I'm on sales pitch. Join Guns Chat. Join Guns Chat. Join Project Reloaded. Meech and me. The Dual Reloaded. And support these projects, man. Like, if you can. Let's work on the next iteration of guns, man. Because, I mean, this is only going to last forever, in that people just won't freaking quit this game. Not that it's ever going to get any significantly better than what it is, unfortunately. I hate to break that news, but it's just... the game is at its state that it's probably going to be in for the rest of its life. No doom and gloom. Please play this game if you enjoy guns, and if you're new, please play this game as well. It is an exciting and enjoyable game. Just don't expect much more out of it than what you see right now.
Get ready to fight. Let's rock.
Pretty fun watching Risco die over and over. Like, that KDA is just going down, man. I don't know. Not something I would do. Idle in a game. Yeah, I went off the rails a little bit. I apologize. He encouraged drinking. Peer pressure. It's his fault, not mine. Yeah, definitely check out Project Reloaded. Probably my favorite of the 3 indie projects that are running. I really like Beach and Me too, mostly because it's a playable game, but also it does stay true pretty close to the original Guns concepts. He's taken a bit of liberty on some of the concepts. Uh-oh, you're gonna get kicked. But overall, it's a fun game. Unfortunately, it's hard to bootstrap a multiplayer game without any single player. But hopefully he gets there. I guess we'll see. No.
Blue team wins. Get ready to fight. Let's rock.
He won without doing anything. Impressive.
Alright, I definitely shouldn't have done that, where I just like AFK in a room, but
I don't know, I was making fun of you. Like, yeah, your KDA's gonna tank that way.
frick. Yeah. KDA is the thing that brings up another subject, right?
It should be
I-
removed.
I do not care about KDA. It's one of those things where I kind of have a lot of people don't notice. I have like a gimmick with my name, right? So my name is Riscotheworst. I was part of Sparta. I was part of a lot of really big clans.
Oh, busting out the creds. What?
Back in the day.
You're top tier.
I was part of Darkway, Lightway, and Area.
God.
It was the top 1-2 clans in the game.
Yeah, I dodge Sparta all the time.
The thing is, like, now, back then, so the reason I don't play competitively anymore is because I realize there's so many gimmicks in this game, and one of the biggest gimmicks, aside from KD thing, right? Because that was a thing of Iggy and I think iGuns. I don't think iGuns had a KDA or a KD channel.
Yeah. Well, was it negative K? Like, so I never played.
It was like an above 1.0 KD. You couldn't join that channel.
Oh, okay, so it was a bad player channel, I guess. If you suck, play here. You'll be okay.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
And so,
I think they recognize like an issue with skill level disparity, but so I played on K Guns probably, I think it was last month, and they have that still. I was trying to find Blitzkrieg. I really wanted to see that, and I never played the mode. I never had the opportunity. They don't have it on their server. So, but yeah, they had the 1.0 KDA channel, and
yeah, exactly. And
it's
so
official.
one of the things that I was talking about, where the whole gimmick thing, right? So,
Yeah.
a lot of people back in the day didn't have this knowledge, but you can actually overclock or underclock. And that made the game
Red team wins.
in a very... look, see, I was the last one to die, and I still had the most damage. Like, UC and OC was one of the worst things for the game.
Yeah.
It was literally one of... It was a game killer. It was a game killer. And so whenever I was speaking about some of the old people that used to play that are now popular in esports, it's one of the biggest things that they talk about is how do you prevent something like that. And it's not something you can actually do. It's something that's ingrained, right? It's whenever somebody knows how to do it, they're gonna do it.
What was it? Valorant got like big hate. I don't know what to call it exactly, but it was a big issue with their anti-hack.
Yep. It was near the same thing. It was it's just one of those things where it's insane to see in a game like this where it's very, very competitive, but at the same time, whenever something's very competitive, some people are going to do what they're going to do. Some people are just going to try and climb up the ladder that way, you know?
It's just strange in guns because, again, I said it earlier, it's a low-stakes game because, I mean, it's not like you got aspirations to go pro or anything like that. It's just a short-term thing. Yeah, at best, you might win, like, some in-game currency and an item. But, I don't know, some people think it's that serious and want to get any advantage they can get without getting caught. And especially underclock and overclock, I don't know. I never understood exactly what was going on there, and it's not fixable in any conventional term.
Yeah,
you could prevent it.
It's not something that's preventable in this engine.
Yeah.
I think the only way you can prevent it is if you were running it through a launcher that was publicly open. So something like a Steam kind of like thing where if you ran it through Steam or if you ran it through something that had a monitoring system.
Yeah, so you can all of these changes are tracked somewhere on your computer. It's not like the processor knows how fast to run by itself. It has to be stored somewhere. And you can monitor that, although, again, that's a cat and mouse whack-a-mole system. So,
yeah,
okay, you monitor this, but then it can be spoofed. So you have to monitor for the spoofing, and then they can spoof the spoof. And it just becomes this big cat and mouse game that's...
Spoof the spoof.
Yeah, exactly.
That literally sounds like a really good clan name right there. Spoof the spoof.
So, it's not. I work in cybersecurity now, and a lot of it's just the idea is just to make it really hard to do something, not necessarily impossible, because a lot of things are literally impossible to do or to prevent. But you can make it so difficult that chances of it happening are really low, unless you have something worth the effort.
True.
In a video game, that gap is not super high. But some people get super passionate about this kind of stuff. And yeah, as
there's that one guy. So like in terms of this, right? Now that we're on the topic of the KD, we kind of surpassed that now. There was a channel.
Channel KDA.
Yeah, it was a channel of low KD for people, and that was the thing. And it was really weird because like a lot of the players that were like playing back then and whenever that was around were players that made up literally like half the players of the population of the game.
Well, it has to by statistics. Although I guess you could have characters that
were smurfing, right? So like you had a new
well, you have people who quit basically.
Oh,
like
okay.
Like statistically, if you have a 50-50 split, like 50% wins, 50% losses, the community has to reach that number at some point.
Right.
It has to average to 50 if you split it in half. So, but people can quit if they lose or win, or it can get all fucked up. But so it would be a considerable amount of people slammed into one small channel.
Yeah, true.
You can see the log jam there, for sure.
So we covered that, and then like this whole underclocking the UC and the overclocking the OC was a thing that really affected guns near the end of the Iggy era. So whenever Iggy was I feel like it was within the last like 8 months of Iggy,
Get ready to fight.
um,
Let's rock.
people discovered this thing where you can actually overclock or underclock guns, and I think overclocking was a lot less fruitful. So overclocking was like you can make your game run faster and stuff like that for frames, because back then it was more or less the faster your frames, the more movement you can do. And this was obviously before 144 hertz monitors, things like that. So people started to underclock, and underclock made it seem sort of like the game was running underwater.
Yeah, somebody explained it to me a little bit. It actually, so there's a delay in rendering. So what rendering is when it draws to your screen, if for people who are not aware. And it actually made it easier to hit people through ping because their actual position and your... Okay, so how guns normally works, I have to back up because it's a little bit complicated. The concept of lead is you have to aim through ping. You have to aim through the network latency, the network lag, to hit a target, because the shot that hits them has to be on their computer. So you have to shoot at where they're going to be because they have to see you shoot them at that point. It's not necessarily any like wizardry. It's just that their version of the game happens on their computer after lag has taken place. What underclocking would do was slow the game down ever so slightly that it made the position of the person you're shooting at more accurate to where they were actually at. Which is really weird because you have all these different pings and computer systems and whatnot. But for some reason, it made it slightly easier to hit people, as well as you could slide on the ground and do these weird soft movements that you couldn't do otherwise.
So another part of that is somebody would be able to hit you without it registering. So
yeah,
imagine getting PB twice. You would get hit as if you were far away, and
I think Sniffer sent me something. Sniffer.
Yeah, oh man, dude, Snowwoofer back then UC'd like fucking shit, man. Whenever he was part of Sparta.
I'm sure he does still. He eventually listens to this, and I'm not what's the sort.
It is what it is, man.
But
what the fuck, dude? It's just one of those things. Anybody can come out and just be like, yo, man, what the fuck? I wasn't doing that, and it just brings up
of a guy shooting. So in Garden, you know how you have the little tunnel that goes to the water area. Mm-hmm. Somebody shot from one of the spawn things down into the garden, the walled area, the part with the little grass. There's supposed to be bushes, but little square area, and he hit the guy in the water underneath. It's completely off screen. It was so ridiculous.
Yeah.
I was like, oh man. It would make the game run a lot slower to do all these checks. However, it's 2021, and you can run the game slower because you have 5 times the amount of power needed to run this game at this point.
Literally back then to UC, you needed 1 times the power, and 1 times the power at that age, I think Core i3, the cores, Intel Core i3, i5, i7s were already out. So this was around the age of this was around fucking League of Legends beta, and this is literally what steered people towards League of Legends. Was all the competitive people that played this game moved on to things like that. and I can pull up YouTube videos of people big on Twitch now. One being Dyrus. I know he played this game. Another being Pokeclaws.
Yep. I remember Dyrus. I can't remember his in-game name on Guns, but I played with him for a while.
If you guys look on YouTube, a very famous YouTuber that used to do YouTube videos on League way back around this time frame, like 20, pre-season 2. Donkey, video game Donkey. He played this game.
I did not know that. That's nuts.
The other guy,
Do you know who he played as?
I don't. No. I never actually talked to Donkey. The only person I talked to was Dyrus.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I play with Dyrus a lot. I didn't talk to him or anything, but I just play with him a bunch.
Yeah.
What is it?
The other guy that I know played this, that actually, like, he was kind of just like you, Hymnosi, where he played at launch, and he had somebody teach him that was a Korean person.
Jeez.
He's actually very famous now. His name is Pokeclaws.
Okay.
Georgie.
Yeah. That's awesome.
So George played this game back then. And he learned it from he literally learned from the guy that came to the server on iGuns, who was named Koreans.
Yeah, craze. So Korean, and he named himself Korean in game. His name was he went by Craze on the forums. That's why I think that's where the disparity is.
Yeah. So
K-R-A-I-S-E.
yeah, I mean, like, in hindsight, yeah, but like he learned KSL from that, and
what compelled? I wish I could interview that dude, Craze or Korean. Like, what compelled you to come over here and teach us this shit? What was your thought process there?
It's literally one of those things where it's like, hey, I want to play on West servers. Let me be the what is it called? The anime version of it, like the sensei, like, right? The otaku or whatever it's called.
Yeah, the sensei. I think you're right.
Right.
The master,
right? And like back then, you would have clan leaders. Whenever Iggy first started, you would have clan leaders recruiting you and teaching you how to play the game.
Oh God, we had the system in Gladiator for a while where it was like you had schools, like people would get a whole, like they would schedule classes. It was fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Like public classes, like how to do things.
Yeah.
I could probably talk at length about Gladiator for probably 4 hours in terms of just everything, like the whole damn thing.
What is that? I've never seen those emotes, dude. Umbrar snack.
Stonks, bro.
Stonks. Oh. All right, man. Are you fucking diamond holding? I was the clan leader. What clan though? I know Sid was a part of Mugalinix whenever I was with them too. I was with Rufinito, Baby Lock, 9.
Yeah, they were like it wasn't Moogle. Who was there was like a clan that I associated with Guns Factor. Like all the Guns Factor people were in it, but I can't remember the name of it. Oh God.
Glad School taught people even in Iggy, and still teaching people in F-Guns now.
Yeah, I saw that. That's I think that's more recent. They were talking about that on
yeah, that's very GGC. Recent.
That's good though. Glad community is really, really close.
Yeah.
A lot more close than I was expecting when I came back. I eventually originally when I started Guns Chat, I was like, who the fuck? I don't know who to play with. So, and then I eventually found a couple people, and then he made like a sister server for Gladiator specifically, and it just got like flooded with people, like 120, 130, like actual playing Gladiators.
Oh wow, that's a lot.
A lot of them were playing on Monk Guns M2O.
Oh, yeah.
We've been
true.
slowly ripping people away from there because, like I said, I just can't support that dude at all. I will actively fight against sending people there. So,
Okay. Arkanois. I hope I said that name right. Why'd you spell it like that? Haha, nothing significant, but I played all throughout release to Iggy. I remember no case styling at all. And then Island was the most played map 2003. Dude, okay. So,
I said that
okay.
earlier, but
2003, 2004. Yes. Island. It was, okay. I know what you're thinking. I know where your nostalgia is. It was whoever can hold the 4 blocks, 4x4 thing in the middle of the map. It was that, dude. Thanks.
You want to know why that map was so popular? People sucked at aiming and sucked at sorting, so everybody flipped.
Yeah.
All the time. So people would camp down on the little ledges at the bottom and flip in the middle.
Yep.
And then they would sit on the blocks in the middle and flip.
Yeah.
Because there was no way to.
You know what? I think
your timeline's off.
Sinbad.
Noise. But yeah, that's literally why that map was so popular at the time.
Well, you got to think, iGuns back then they didn't have a huge map thing. It was like 5 maps, right? It was town, mansion, island. What else was there?
They had. I can rattle them off, but I think it's like 12 total. They didn't have the ones they didn't have. They didn't have Port. That was added later.
Port was added later. The New Haven was added later.
New Haven was added way later.
Way later.
They added Lost.
Yeah.
Lost Shrine.
Yep.
I think they added Stairway later, but that might have been included.
Yeah.
I knew it was like the level 35 channel.
Yep.
You couldn't play it in the low level channels, but
Stairway was added way later, and it was a high skilled map because it was literally only stairs, and for some reason they said, okay, 35 plus can play this. There was another map that was 50
was
plus.
The last one. Prison came with the game. Castle, I believe, came with the game.
Castle was added later as well.
Okay, if it wasn't, it was because I wasn't level 21.
However, am interested, Hymnosi, if you have any pictures or screenshots of iGuns of Mansion.
You mean the old school Mansion that had
the stairway to middle and all that?
The thing. So there's an alpha screenshot that came out a long time ago. That had that weird spiral staircase, and actually they remade it for Guns 2. Like that's what they went off of for that map specifically.
Yep.
But I do remember the screenshot. It's like a Berenstein fucking situation, because some people are like, what are you talking about? Like,
no, that's a Mandela effect,
that thing exists. That existed. I don't know. The only other part I remember about that was that it was red. Like there was a lot of red in the picture.
Yep. Yeah,
like more than the washed out red that you see now in Mansion.
Yeah, and then you see you look at like whenever you look at guns, like iGuns, and then
was different.
You switch to Iggy, like in the trailer for Iggy Guns. I remember there being a trailer with the soundtrack of the girl yelling and stuff. The Mansion map was way different.
I don't remember. But yeah, Mansion had 3 versions, I think. Although the one that in the screenshot I don't think was ever released. It may have been in like a promotional or something that I didn't see, but there's no map file for it, unfortunately. And there's 2 versions of Mansion that are released. One, the main difference between the 2 that you'll see is that there's this curtain set billowing in the middle, like picture frame where the HP spawn is, like where the collapsed floor is, right in the middle, opposite of the statue and the stairwell thing. There's like a big set of billowing curtains. They have physics and everything. It's really really bad looking, actually. Like I understand why they removed it. And the other part is there's
2 drapes that are gold.
Yep. I've seen them on another server, so the map exists. I don't know where it's at exactly. And the pictures in that were not PG-13.
Yeah, I remember that.
So
Yeah. Oh, Enigma. Yeah, Enigma. That's another server I used to play on as well.
yeah, that's good.
Yeah, with the broken floors. Yeah, dude. Yeah. Man, what the fuck? Yeah.
That's the only map I know that has multiple versions, though.
Their backup live, who Enigma Guns is? I mean,
really?
Psst, good luck, man.
Send their guys my way. Send them the guns chat so I can hook them up.
Yeah, you might as well, like, yeah, if they have a forum, Sinbad, if you're part of that community, man, just, you know, do your part, help.
Oh, no. Okay, I know who that is. Never mind. I know who that is. Cool. All right, sorry.
Oh, okay.
My brain fart on the name. I know who runs that. Okay.
Okay.
Now I can talk to him. I didn't know it was back up. I know he was trying to do it, but he didn't let me know.
So,
who even am I really? Who?
well, that's the point of the interview, right?
Oh, getting a little notoriety here. Got it. I do appreciate you having me on. This has been fun.
Yeah. My thing is, man, so many fucking people from Guns Factor.
Yeah, I haven't been able to get a whole lot of people back from that era per se. People who have been engaged have come back. Like Kadai is on the server, although he doesn't really talk too much. And Terran Wolf, if you remember that dude, he ran Guns Factor for a long time.
Yep.
And whatnot. So I mean, I got some of the old gens that were around, but like none of the people who played this at like a very high level are here. Other than like
how to get the Twitch tag on Guns? What do you mean Twitch tag? Yeah, Cosine.
Like it's the only. Well, okay. Look, high level for me is people who play this game probably more than like once a week. So don't get it conflated. I don't know how good people actually are, but like these are people that I remember from when I played who are still playing. Or at least around. So
yeah.
What's up, Malik? Quit trying to spam.
Yeah, dude. What the hell are you trying to spam, bro?
Coming in, making a ruckus. You're a guest in this house.
I capitalized too much? Yeah. Apparently the bot that I have that I keep forgetting to change is it doesn't like that. So if we could garner more of the active player base, that'd be dope. If we could garner more,
you're gonna have to expand on that. I don't understand. Like part of it, I think you mean gather, like get them together in one spot. That'd be dope for sure.
So
I agree.
We had Hymnosi was there, Malik, Sinbad. I don't know if you guys were there. About a year ago. It was around. Yeah, no, it wasn't even a year ago. It was about I want to say about 10 months ago, about 8 or 9 months ago. We had a huge rally in Guns, because somebody was tied to somebody that we know personally on Discord. It's tied to the staff of Masang Soft, who currently owns Guns right now. And so we rallied because there was an official, quote unquote, official server going on with Discord, with guns coming to Steam, and it was looking like things were kind of like happening and things like that. It was kind of getting unified. A lot of the people from different servers were joining that Discord server. We were all getting excited. Nonetheless, at the end of the day, like right now, nothing really happened. We got some good information, some bad information, but all in all, it wasn't really that great. But I like the turnout. It was a lot of people, but unfortunately, man, the whole thing of if we can garner more active players and, you know, in terms of introducing people to the Guns Discord, yes. But in terms of the game itself, it's really, honestly, it's really up to the Discord. I think Discord really helps keep this game alive.
Yeah, so just some background knowledge on... So the person that he's talking about is username's Finople, or Finople, or something like that.
I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick.
Oh, you're good. Yeah, sorry. He came to me... Oh, wait, well, yeah, he came to our Discord server late 2018, and he said he was from Mustangsoft, and we verified it through the website, and so we're cool. We got a link. We got somebody on the inside. We can talk to him, see if we can get requests in, see if we can get any information. And he was very responsive. He got a couple answers for us, which was really great. Basically, the big things were the private servers really weren't going to be hunted down anytime soon, if ever. And that Guns was coming back at some point. They were looking at it to release it for Steam. But that was roughly about how much information we had overall. There wasn't any hard set dates or even soft dates or even a general interest from Mustangsoft to do anything about it. And later we learned that while it was something they wanted to do, it was like the last thing on the list. Period. Like it was at the very bottom. So I kind of tried to dial back the hype, but I think I kind of burned it out pretty quick, and I wasn't able to redirect it towards something useful. So Vinopal kind of tried to capitalize on it. Well, all right, so I'm going to talk about Vinopal server real quick, because some people have some misconceptions about what that shit is and was. yeah, low-key monk alt. Yep, for sure. Got it. So he created a Mustangsoft Discord server for Mustangsoft's games, and the original intent was to be an official, legit Mustangsoft server. Like, he wanted it to be official, but the problem is he never got like any kind of approval for it at all, and that they got really mad at him. I don't know exactly what happened. He didn't tell us, and if it did, I probably shouldn't tell you guys, but he got his hand slapped pretty hard on this. So he ended up just renaming it to Vinopal's Lounge, and you guys probably know the rest from there. He just kind of ran it as his personal server. Honestly, I haven't talked to him in a couple months. I don't know if he's ever coming back. He's on Discord, so I guess he either cares or not, or maybe he's got other things to do. I mean, he wasn't really like attached to Guns in the first place, other than it being his job at the time. So I understand that he's another dude. He's a guy, so he does his own thing. Yeah, pretty much.
Are you talking about Vinopa?
Yeah, just trying to catch everybody up on like where that server, what actually happened with the server, because I was in like a couple, non-public. I don't want to say private, because I don't think they were like super sensitive information, but they were just not public. So.
Oh, I see. What the hell is going on with Discord? Oh, okay.
Great. Fuck. Oh, you done?
No, I was like, I couldn't freaking scroll up because like it said new, and I clicked new, and it wouldn't like scroll up.
Wish I had time to stream more often. I do miss doing. So I used to stream a long time ago.
Oh, really? On what? On
yeah.
Twitch?
Before Twitch, actually, and then on
No
Twitch.
way.
Yeah, buddy. A little bit of livestream.com.
Oh, God.
The precursor, the precursor to
man.
streaming. Oh no! And you had to use the live stream like app thing. Like you couldn't use like your own third.
Yeah.
Like OBS wasn't even a thing or whatever.
Yeah. This was
What
all.
was-
This was pre. Oh man.
Yeah, man. I jumped on the guns and I did some shooting. Got my butt kicked by
Him.
a bunch of D-stylers.
Man, what the
Pretty
fuck,
awful.
dude? You're already famous. I saw him online today. He had desert set.
Yeah, I had a full desert set on. I was like,
What?
I had to change.
Sinbad. What set did I have, man?
Oh,
Do you see my screen right now? Freestyle Guns wishes you a happy 2021. You have purple Twitch and body.
yeah. Where is that? Because I just went to the equip menu and it's not there. Where is that from?
I think either McSick or Dave is watching. They're just like,
Oh, they just sent you some shit.
man, like, come on, dude.
Get with you, man. Man, private server owners are not creative at all. They don't even create their own hacks to like fuck with people. Like just like fucking
Lawnmower somebody,
rocket bomb a room randomly for fun. Man, awful.
dude.
The worst.
That would be the worst right there, man.
Be great, man. That'd be fucking that'd be sick, dude. It's like if I had a server to own, I'd be like, hey, GMs, here's all these hacks you can use for fun. Just fucking go wreck people.
Yeah, true.
You know, only when they're streaming though.
If you remember Ustream, you're an OG.
Oh god, no, please. Go away.
Ustream was terrible, dude. Ustream
Yeah.
was so bad.
Yeah, I streamed on live stream and there was like, well, the precursor to Twitch was Justin TV.
Justin TV created Twitch.
Yeah, well, it's the same thing.
Yeah, it's the same
In fact,
thing.
they
yeah.
ran at the same time
Yeah.
at one point. There was one other before that, but I can't remember the name of it. It was jank though, like super jank. It was like a live Jasmine kind of fucking website, but for video games, it was fucking awful.
I'm
I'm
not gonna lie, dude. That kind of technology is what made that's what made guns on Korean TV.
Oh, shit.
I swear,
Anymore. I am curious.
it
Only if
literally-
you donate to my OnlyFans, I will definitely tell you about Live Jazz.
All right, guys,
And-
here you go.
In
Here it is.
intimate detail.
Subscribe now, and I can literally get into a room with Hymnosi, and he will dance with us.
Ooh.
All right.
Whoa.
So I need. How many subs? Him? I need 5 subs.
So,
By the way, everybody here, I already have scheduled. I have another interview next week.
oh, actually, wait.
I have another interview next week with Sinbad, the streamer, Sinbad1337 on Twitch.
Factor, baby. Oh god. I forgot I had this enabled.
What are you doing, him? It's like you
Nothing.
forgot you forgot we were doing this interview and you're just like fucking off in a training room.
I'm not even in anything right now. What are we doing?
Oh, okay.
I'm literally
Never mind.
sitting in the lobby with you. We're
Ah.
in the same room. We're doing the same thing.
Oh, okay. You're just on a different website. Okay.
Log in the fucking Twitch so I can give you my look. Do you want my goddamn Twitch Prime fucking subscription or not?
Yes, I do.
I am. All right, here you go.
There it is.
God damn.
There it
fucking
is.
Badgering me about goddamn what I'm doing. Trying to give you money, damn it. Hooray, I earned a subscription badge. Show me. There we go.
All right, so Hymnosi told me in a dead chat that the Twitch Prime does not come free. I have to 1v1 him.
Sure. Let's do this. I'm on board. Let's do fucking.
We're gonna do Glad since
Yeah.
and we're gonna do vanilla, even though it's not vanilla. But
Malik's excited because he knows I don't do this like fucking ever. I got put at the bottom of a gladiator ranking poll because I don't fucking play.
fuck.
You know what?
I forgot my password.
I'm gonna beat like one person in this game. Oh, you're still making it. Right?
Yeah, I'm still making it.
You're good.
Can we do what map do you want?
You can do fucking Battle Arena. We'll get some OG battle going on. Yeah, I'm the crustiest of the rusty. I got like you call me like old gen. It's really much worse than that. So, all right. So, you want to just roll with full stats, or do you want to try to? Is there like?
Oh shit!
No.
Wait. Oh, I have to remake, dude.
All right.
Cause wait, hang on. What sword do you want to use?
We'll do Rusty's. That's fine.
All right, equip Rusty then, cause I didn't put it on gladiator mode. Just join again. I have Rusty sword.
No, I had to switch mine out, man.
Oh, okay.
You good? No cheating. Trying to cheat. All right, so vanilla mode puts our stuff at a certain. I'm not familiar with F-gun stuff.
Right.
Vanilla mode is that's right. I guess set your stats to normal. Or whatever. Still use flips. All right.
Wait, yeah, you think I'm an idiot? I gotta remake the room. I gotta put no flips on it.
All right, fine. I'll play legit.
That's
Man,
so funny, dude. I forgot about that.
I was like,
Gladiator mode puts no
I am
flips.
the reason there's no flips, okay? You don't understand. I made this shit worse with a discovery. For you didn't know, I'm the one who fucking found out instafall. Like that shitty move where you can like hit people as they fly up. Yeah, I'm the one. I'm the guy. I'm the bad guy
Oh
in
shit!
the gladiator community. Yeah.
Oh no!
Because it fucking ruined. You alright? Oh, you go.
Yeah, I'm good.
Rebind.
I didn't have dash forward for a second.
All right, hold on. Let me shut your stream off real quick because it's kind of super distracting. Sorry, guys. Can't listen to you guys talk. Oh wait, you can pop out chat, right?
What did I do here? Okay, I'm good. Yeah.
Can you pop chat out?
Disabling W is optimal?
I'm so.
Is it really?
I'm such a boomer, man. I don't know if I can do this shit. All right, there we go.
Yeah. So,
Right.
guys, we're ending this interview. I'm trying to make this a tradition. We're gonna end these interviews in a 1v1, which is gonna be included in the YouTube channel.
All right.
This is
10 rounds. All right, cool.
This is going to be a 1v1, no hard feelings, very drunk between us. Very fun kind of 1v1. It's not serious, not something to be taken seriously. This is just for fun, and we're going to start now. Yes, I do have my drink. Cheers.
All right, you need a drink every time you lose. Every time I kill you, you got a drink.
Oh, frick. Okay, so this is going to be a very fun 1v1.
Might as well make it raise the stakes, I guess. Oh god, this is awful. All right, let's go. Oh my god.
Oh no.
Blue team wins.
80, 70? Okay, drink.
Let's rock.
Look at 2007 looking ass.
Holy shit. Alright, where you at?
I'm coming. Sorry.
It's looking like a time machine. I should turn
Like,
on
I don't know
textures.
your fancy moves, man. Fucking shit.
What do you mean? Hang on, let me turn on freaking textures.
Oh yeah, might as well do the same. Ugly ass game without
True,
textures.
true. There we go. This is amazing.
He's got like
Every loss
he's got like beer, man. Don't oversell this. It's not like he's taking shots. So
I can take shots. No, I can't.
no, please don't. Like,
What the hell?
do you want to die?
This is only up to. Yeah, I don't want to die. It's up to 10. I don't want to die, guys. Yeah. So, all right, bow. There we go.
That's an opportunity there. I was in the air. I shouldn't have been.
In the air? What do you mean?
I'll show you in a bit when we're done.
Oh, frick.
Oh, you have no flips.
I heard
Yeah,
that.
sometimes. Yeah. It's a force to have it sometimes.
Oh my god. 15. I hit you once. Or is that twice? I think it's once.
One
Oh,
time. I mean,
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. How
apparently
the hell
feel
did
like-
how did I beat you, Sid? How?
I mean, we're both trashed, and I'm
True.
more experienced to you at this point. So. Although I never played Gladiator trashed, so I probably should have. This is fun.
This is really fun, actually. Psych, this sucks. I'm dying. Bah!
He bought me. Oh, I ate that shit. I fucking went in it. I was all in on that massive.
Oh fuck! Oh no!
Go in. Ah! Ah! Rusty. In more ways than one, really.
Yeah, trusty
Oh,
lusty, right here. I got my trusty
you fucked up?
sword. No!
You fucked up?
Oh no!
Get ready to fight. Let's rock.
All right, okay. I'm gonna win this one. I am gonna win this one. Oh shit! I forgot to drink.
Straight in.
What? B&B? Okay.
B&B. Oh, all right. Hey, if you want, if the round ends and it's 5-0, we can switch to B&B for fun.
Oh shit.
Because I don't want you to look bad, going 0-10 or crazy. I want you to stomp my ass and fucking the rest of the game.
I'm only 0-3.
Because true
Hymnosi.
facts, you will win hardcore on that.
Hymnosi, calm down.
All right.
It's only 0-3.
Yeah, I'm just giving you a backup plan, man. Look, like if you really want to, we can
Okay.
We can go B&B. Fine. We'll go B&B fucking SMGs only, man. That's the true test. Oh, it's the lag. Man, with 24. Ooh, that's good. Good thing. I just realized, yeah, that's why this is so fun. This game is great when it's low ping.
Yeah, it is. This game is so fun.
Oh yeah, it's so fun, huh?
Yeah.
You don't seem confident.
No. This is really fun. Oh fuck!
Want to so
You
bad.
tried to flip me. That was your mistake. I'm gonna hit you now.
Right, I'm
I'm gonna win.
Oh, you're gonna. You do have some phase in you, dude.
Fuck.
You do have some phase in you, though.
Oh no.
You're getting around. You are getting around my block.
win.
So
I'm gonna win here. Look at this. Chat. Look at this. Oh fuck. All right. Climb the wall. Come in.
look.
Boom. This is all you need.
No.
Boom.
No. Oh. Stop it.
Frick! Okay.
We didn't do a dual room, so I don't get no streaks on you. That's better though.
He did the thing, chat. You know what I'm saying? Where you hit and you look the other way. I'm not doing that because I'm drunk.
No, you're doing pretty good with avoiding block stun, man. I am trying to block stun you pretty good.
You can do what you believe in you. All right. Look at this. Check this out. I'm gonna kill him. 3, 2, 1. Oh frick! Did that even hurt you?
No, I blocked it.
All right.
I don't remember I'm so bad at ranging now. So some of it's like.
Oh God. What did I get myself into, man?
Oh God, man, I can't fucking. What DM would be like.
So here's the thing. Next week, I'm interviewing.
Are you gonna de-style?
I am gonna try and de-style next week. I'm gonna be interviewing Sinbad 1337. He's in the chat.
You should have him train you in chat or during stream. That'd be shit.
Yeah. So one of my plans is interviewing him about his experiences, like I did with you, and he's the de-styler.
Yeah.
So
that's a different side of the game for
sure. It's a very different side.
I would like to listen to it because I don't know shit about this style, man. I know Yo-Yo. That's it. Like,
I think the only person I'm worried about. I can e-lunge. I can,
and I try. There you go. I got it once.
The only person I'm worried about interviewing, from what I can see, the only person is actually Oblivic. And the main reason is because his aim is just freaking phenomenal.
Yeah, no, I can see that, man.
And like even when I'm trying hard, like I'm not like drinking or anything like that. Whenever I'm trying hard, it is pretty insane how good he is in the game, because he doesn't use macros. He doesn't use anything.
I don't know, man. He's a top coder.
Yeah, he is definitely one of the top players. Bow?
Do you have like bow not bound somewhere?
No, I don't have it bound. I have very small keyboard. I'm
okay. You have a 60%?
Yeah, I have a 60%. Exactly. Yep.
Ask Kazu about macros. Is that what you said?
What? Macros?
Sorry, I'm talking to Malik.
Macros is optional? Ask UGG?
There are macros for Gladiator.
Okay, first of all, I don't use macros for anything. I think that's a very stupid way to approach the game if you're going to play competitively.
So
if you're using macros to play competitively, you're kind of full of shit. If you're using macros to have fun, then have fun.
Fuck, I can't remember how to do Kazu stuff. Not that I could perform it anyways, but basically there's a guy somewhere in the greater Gladiator sphere that he does this move where he's like he jumps and then dashes and slashes, but it's like at ground level. It's so fucking weird looking though. I don't know, Malik could probably explain it, but alright, you ready?
Where us say something, haha. Buffer inputs using it. Okay. I'm not Malik, I'm not a gladiator, dude. I don't know.
Well, no, you could probably use it in like B&B though, for sure.
Yeah, I know you can. You can.
Oh, is it flip flop? Oh my god, no, never mind. I'm not even gonna try to attempt that. I'm good. I'm fucking drunk as it is. I'm not trying to make myself look even more foolish.
Yeah, no. You're not looking foolish, man.
Oh, I know, that is not useful for Gladiator, but you could, like, if you threw a slash shot into that, you could probably use it in some cases. Slow lures. So they do this, like, I can't do it. There's something that Gladiators do.
What the hell? What the
sorry.
fuck? What the hell, man? I'm not a gladiator. I cannot.
There's a move, and this one I don't know if you'd ever be able to use it. But like,
No,
imagine this. Imagine this is like a player. They would like slash and then
No. Like, yeah, like, what's his name?
like that. They would dash.
Block,
but
block, and then
Oh, gone. Well, so that's phase, right? That's what I was trying to say earlier.
Okay, I learned that after I did the tournament. I learned that afterwards.
Damn, dude. You gotta read up, man. You can use some of this stuff in regular gunplay, man.
How the hell was I supposed to know, dude?
I don't know,
What the
but you
fuck,
could read up a little bit.
Like, no, that's
Or
not
ask
anywhere.
somebody.
You realize guns
Phase,
is not
look,
anywhere to be found.
Phase is like the corner stuff. Well,
No, dude.
They call all right. So gladiators.
How the fuck am I supposed to read? Oh, you should read up on it. Where, dude?
All right. Gladiators that aren't from like 2005, like me, call it fucking angles.
Yeah,
I call it phase because it's a nuance thing, like a little nuance. But they call it like different angles to no, you can't just fucking stop.
QBF?
No QBF. No quad. Just stop. I don't know. Stand on that little lip in town or whatever.
This man Risco is not wrong.
There really is.
In case so glad guys
Oh,
out there that are up
Malik.
to date. We're good. Hey,
Malik,
Malik, boss. Malik.
Malik
What?
or Malik? I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Hymnosi, are you Southern?
Yeah, I'm here. You hear me?
No. Are you Southern?
Oh no, I'm just from. Been living in the South for like.
Is your name Malik or Malik? Because I'm like confused.
I think it's probably Malik, but I've been saying Malik because it's like I feel like a Diablo 2 kind of thing.
Oh, true.
And hit him with the Neethalac, man.
It's lick.
Is it lick?
Malik.
Oh man.
Ooh.
Now you know what? Now I feel bad.
No way.
Oh, I was right.
Yeah, no, don't feel bad. I was.
Yeah, what?
I was the one that's.
I was right. Get out of here.
All right, so.
All right, this is the longest 1v1, by the way. So.
Oh, true. Here, let me just kill you real quick, and
you got
even with those free hits, man, I'm gonna fucking die. All right,
hold on. We got a lot. All right, no, go ahead. We'll just play. Wait. Oh, hold on.
Oh, wait, guys.
Leaf's got some.
Leap's got something. Do you master?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Let's do this.
Frick.
Actually, man, there's two ways to do this. You take turns, one blocks and one throws, or you can do it at the same time.
Same time.
Are you sure? I like the block one because then it's like a guess, like a rock paper scissors.
I bet you do like the block one. Yeah.
All right, fine. Well, no, I mean I don't know what the fuck you're doing. All right, let's do it. Whatever.
I don't know what the fuck I'm doing either.
All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, go.
All right, go.
Oh, you got me. Ooh, what the fuck was that? What was that little extra? Hey. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, go.
Oh, frick.
Oh, gotcha.
All right,
ready?
all right.
1, 2, 3, go. Tie. What are we doing, man?
I don't know.
Here you go.
Oh, frick. Oh, fuck.
Oh. All right, Malik. I don't know fucking
Malik.
If I had a dagger,
him.
I could show him with a dagger. I couldn't do it with a sword though.
Dash evade him.
I ain't fucking.
I ain't Sinbad.
No, you don't know. There's this dude. Fuck.
What the fuck?
God.
Mine disappeared?
I'm dead. What's his name, dude? Malik. What's the name? What's the name of that dude that fucking just? That's like his thing. Fucking.
Wait, why did mine disappear
evade,
before
man.
his?
I don't know. All right, ready? Colin. Yeah, sorry.
Colin?
There's a dude. Yeah. All right, ready? Gotta get the. Oh, got me. All right. Yeah, he's
Lord of
pioneered
Evasion?
like he's pioneered like 4 different glitches that make it almost like.
Lord of Evasion is just like that's like a clear iGuns title. You know what I mean? Like that's just one of those clear like. I wish there were titles in this game. You know what I mean? Like you earned it.
evasion evades in this game are fucking crazy.
Yeah, especially in freaking Gladiator.
Oh, you got me.
Oh shit! Fuck.
All these extra hits. What is this cheatiness? I don't know.
It's a glitch.
Yeah, there's a bunch of glitches. They're all different.
Dude.
Every one of them is completely different from the next.
It's it's my. All right.
The easiest one is. Woo!
Okay. I give you that. That was pretty clean. You gotta admit you're having fun in this massive war.
It's like playing chicken.
He's having fun. I'm not having fun. I want I want to put a shotgun to his face right now, and I can't. And so like he's having fun. He knows that if I have guns, it's over.
I took over in damage, even with those extra slashes.
Did he leave? Oh, god damn it! You scared the fuck out of me. Why'd you do that? All right, let's go. Ooh.
You got me. Oh, it's coming down to it. Oh, you got me. All right.
Ooh.
Oh, you got my. Oh no, man, I got blasted. It was freak ended.
Ended. You gotta admit you're having fun in this massive war. LOL. Didn't read that one before. Yeah, I am having fun.
It's probably better than the Glad Bench.
True. What? What is this? What is this? For a second, I thought there was a pity or something.
Pity. No, you're playing real reserved. There we go. Oh, I missed that.
Ooh. Oh. What? No way. No shot, dude. No fucking shot. What the hell?
Is it backwards?
Dude, this guy is obviously aimbotting. You see that?
Aimbotting my AoE.
Yeah, dude. You just like you have crosshairs for it, and you just do it.
So did you know that Massos go like a 360 around you?
Wait, did it really? No, that's not true. That's not true. I made a bot. I made a bot in iGuns that was like constantly massiving, and it was like only in areas in front of it. It was attacking. I actually have to take a pee. Be right back.
Okay. Yeah. That's not true though. It's isn't there technically like an alternate version in the source somewhere? I don't remember. There's like a unused animation that was supposed to be for Massos, and it's like an explosion on you, and I think they reused it for a quest animation. Yeah, I think it probably was originally forward. Actually, I think I'm gonna have a lot of time tomorrow. I'm gonna boot up the K-Guns client, the old one, the 2004 client, and see if I can man. No, because you can't get like a training dummy or whatever. Oh, I don't know if it was that one, like the lightning strike one. Although I have seen that. There was like the slow, not the slow effect. It might be that. It might be like the Goblin King one though. It's not the lightning one though. It's like there's like a different one. Yeah. I think it is just the regular Goblin King does it. as long as it originated from your body, then it would make a lot more sense. If it comes out of the sword, that's where people get confused with it. Like, what the fuck? Like, you know, my master's up here, but the guy, like, 2 bodies away from me behind me got hit. That don't make any fucking sense. It's the most misleading thing for sword play. No, here, look. Charge a massive, and then just use it on the spot while looking away from me.
I mean, you're behind me, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I want you to... Yeah, I got hit.
Yeah, look how far away he is, too. Look at this.
It's a 360.
No, but that's pretty far. Like...
Yeah, so one of the very first moves discovered in Gladiator was called a reverse massive. So, like, yeah, the main thing, so block, hold block.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
Like, that would happen a lot in the original, like, when people were still learning kind of guns and shit. Like, just in general. Like, that was, like, the move to do. Because then you get, like, a bunch of free hits.
You turn around right here. You jump?
But then you do, like, this.
Yeah.
And then you can't get stunned. So,
wait,
literally, the first move in Gladiator, that was it. That's the one. Like, glitch move, I guess, in this case.
Yep.
It's not really, but it's kind of.
Stare downs with block. See, here's the thing. You can look down. I don't know if people notice. Do you know that? You can look down. Block?
Yeah, there's what's called extreme verticals. And I don't know what the actual term is, but so block me, like just regular block. If I go up, I won't do that. And if I go down, it won't do that either.
Oh, you can do up?
Yeah, but it's like really wonky. Like you can't see shit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, looking down, you can't see anything either.
Yeah. So down angles and up angles like that, the extreme, like if you're, so the way it works in the code, if my block is higher than your slash, you'll get stunned. So if I'm like up here and you try to slash upward at me a little bit, but not high enough to beat my block, it will stun you. That's literally how it works.
Ah,
it's like a degree angle thing.
I see.
But there's glitches at the top and the bottom.
But wait, how high do you have to be looking? Like the people only see my screen, so how high?
Far. Not very far.
Like that far?
Yeah. So like if I slash you, and I'm looking up, and I am not above your. So if you're looking straight forward, consider that like 0.
Okay.
Like level
like
with the ground is
right?
0, and the bottom and up are 90. If you're at 45 and I'm at 44, I'll get blocked. If you're at negative 45, which is like down, and I'm at negative 44, I'll get stunned.
Wait, if I block downwards, will you get stunned?
It depends. There's a bunch of different.
I don't think so.
Not. Yeah, I just did right there.
Okay, where? How?
Looking straight up. It's really wonky.
Wait, if you look directly at me, will you get blocked?
No. Well, that's what I did.
Shit.
Oh, the other rule, you don't stun unless you're holding your block for 1/4 of a second. Or I think it's 1/5 of a second. 200 milliseconds.
There's one caveat. You can't recoil full 90-degree down face slash.
Yeah, so if
you can't recoil down 90-degree down face slash while standing. Holy shit! What the fuck is he talking about?
Block. When I'm doing this, I will never ever get stunned by you. Ever. If I'm looking straight down like this, you showed me this. You literally said it earlier. That you will never ever get stunned. You can't unless they jump. Maybe I can't remember if you can jump and stun it, but
yeah, you can.
Here, go ahead and down slash me.
Oh, you want me to jump afterward?
No. You just slash. One time.
Okay.
One time.
Okay.
All right.
Like that?
Yeah, I don't think there's a way. Yeah, there's no way to recoil it as long as you're on the ground. Yeah, that's correct. Do you want to see? Oh, well. Maybe if you want to impress Sinbad next week, I got one last thing I can show you, and then I gotta go. Actually, I'm getting a little.
Yeah,
goofy.
same.
Hold on 1 second. I'll be right back. I'm gonna come back in the room.
Okay.
There, I got 2. I think these are silly. Maybe you can use this knowledge to impress Sinbad now that he's gone. Do I even have a?
Assuming he's gone.
No, he's gone. He left.
Oh, he did.
Yeah. All right. I know 2 gladiator-based glitches for dagger. 2, maybe 3. All right, these are dagger only. You can't do these with sword for whatever reason. The first one is, all right. So I want you to just jump and slash at me. Do you see how you missed?
What?
When it was too high.
Wait, yeah. Look all the way down.
I'm not showing Ghost Evade because I suck at it. I would like to, but I suck at it, so I'm not going to do that. But if you're looking straight down as a dagger, your hitbox gets shoved into the ground. Now I don't know if this works with guns, like actual gunning, but for sword, your hitbox is in the ground. You can do it you can hit me while you're on the ground, but you cannot hit me while you're in a certain height in the air. It's the most goofiest shit in the world and that also applies with massive.
Wait, I'm hitting you right now.
You're not hitting me. Not on my screen.
What? I'm not hitting you?
Look at your damage.
No, I'm hitting you.
Damage is pinging?
Yeah.
All right, well, you're going to be here a while because it ain't doing any damage to me.
No, I am going to kill you. Look, I'm going to kill you.
All right, keep going.
All right, I'm going to keep going.
I'm at 89 health.
All right. Oh, so it's hitting you.
Oh, that one hit me. You hit me once. Yeah, I'd be getting knocked back if you were hitting me, by the way. All right, those are hitting me for sure. All right. The second one, so charge a massive and throw it at me. Jump, throw it at me.
Jump?
Like try to massive me.
And then
try to jump, try to massive me. Just try.
Just try and massive you?
Yeah, just massive me. Yep, go ahead. You didn't hit me.
Okay, I can massive.
That wasn't a range thing.
Yeah,
try to
lunge, right?
Try to land in front of me. Yeah, you can lunge. Lunge is full evade on massive.
Wait, what? Even behind?
all the way through the whole thing.
Why?
I don't know. Frame 1 to frame whatever.
All right, so all right, lunge.
Yeah, go ahead.
What the fuck?
Yep. Nothing that a lot. I had to learn it.
Daggers are freaking overpowered. You can just if you're gonna get.
I don't E-lunge. I can't. I'm bad. But yeah, if you E-lunge, you can use that even more because even though you can evade the lunge, they can still follow up with attacks in the gladiator. Like if they wanted to come and slash you, you'd still be stuck in your animation. But if you use E-lunge or better yet, are you still playing Uncapped?
Yeah, dude, I've been playing Uncapped this whole time.
Holy fuck, man! What? No wonder. There's a third one. I'm not great at it, so block, and then immediately use the massive on me. That's the only way I know how to time it very well.
Block?
Yeah, there we go.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know. You have to stand and use it. I don't know. Like I said, I'm bad at this, so yeah. I got it once, which is, that's enough for me, honestly. So basically, if you turn to about 45 degrees away from the... Oh, is it only recoil? Okay, that makes more sense.
Ghost Evade only works... Yeah, okay.
So if I recoil on you and you use your massive immediately, I can dodge it.
Alright.
Well, that didn't even recoil me, so... Yeah, you have to time it a little bit. That was not it. Why am I not recoiling on you? Oh, it's probably this stupid ass. It's probably this dumbass dagger. I'm using a speedy thing because it's all I had. God damn it. Yeah, I'm not gonna get it again. But basically, you just turn as they're using the massive, and it'll evade. All the evades are iframes, invulnerability frames.
So here's one thing I want to ask you. Since you're not an avid dagger, you're not a D-seller, right? But you know of the science, you know of the moves, you know of the skill sets that it takes.
Some of this, no, honestly. A lot of the D-style stuff is still a mystery to me. Some of it I understand. They use this is from D-style, the shooting version, nobody uses a dagger in fucking Gladiator, so don't take this into a Gladiator game, you're just gonna get wrecked on. No offense. I would get wrecked on.
No, dude.
I-
Sinbad
what?
literally goes into fucking gladiator games, like duels, and he wins with the
Style meteor
fucking
shot?
dagger. With the fucking
that-
dagger.
Is that when you hit them while they're massiving
No.
and they fucking flop?
Oh, decel meters? Oh, yeah.
I'm not even sure what that is, man.
Sinbad
does he?
trolls glads like a god, dude.
He's
He does.
He's smooth, man. He's
He
smooth. I was playing him in a game
does.
today. He's smooth as shit.
He
So
is
I
very,
I
very
believe
good.
it.
You can full turtle daggers out. Not a good dagger. Not a good
They
deceler.
They get the same benefits as swords in terms of attacking. So, like, block me for a sec. Never mind. Next time.
I mean,
Oh, there is no next time. Damn it.
that's it. That's it, man.
That's the one. Oh, yeah. You won. Did you see that? It was 4-5 and 0-2. Man, that was awful.
Yeah, you were, man.
Yeah, I was awful. I didn't get a single fucking. I
It's
didn't
like-
take a single stock. Man.
I could fucking just end the call if I was like some dirtbag.
If I won, whoop.
Man, if I was just some guns player that was just like a dirtbag, I would do that. But
No, everything that can apply to swords on attacking applies to daggers. So, like, turning while you attack will evade blocks. Angles are the same. The only differences are defense. You don't have any in terms of like blocking, and lunge versus flip, which in Gladiator, unless you're e-lunging, I would avoid flip. I would avoid lunge entirely because it's too easy to punish. It's super easy to punish. Oh man, you hit an add button, dude.
yeah, I know.
Oh, okay. All right. I see your hustle. It's all right.
Risco just slapped me with an ad. I'm sorry, dude. I am sorry.
Gotta pay the bills.
Easy $5 made. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's not like When's the last time I ran an ad? That's the thing.
Yeah, 3 hours of paid content. All right.
Yeah, exactly. I have not ran an ad, dude.
I expect at least 20% of this ad. No, I'm just kidding. No, I don't want nothing for this. I just love this game, man. Synth 6.
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I'm in the same boat, guys. I don't expect me to get big or anything from this game. I'm just doing it because I love the game as well. One of the things that I will say, now that the 1v1 is over, the interview is pretty much over with.
Yeah.
One thing I'm very, very excited about is Project Reloaded.
I am too. I'd love to see that even alpha release at this point, just because I don't know. I'm bored. I'd like to see stuff like that come out for sure.
Yeah.
I would promote the fuck out of that. I would be like everywhere. Just play this fucking game so we can
I
move on
cannot-
from this shit, man.
Yeah,
I want it to be
exactly.
guns 2 point whatever. Guns 1.999999 or some shit.
True.
You can have me on a gun at some point when you got some schedule time, man. I don't mind talking. I love this shit.
Yeah.
All I do is talk, man. I'm a talker. That's all I do. Especially about this game. I got a million topics to talk about on this stuff. So
I'm sure you do, Hymnosi. So next week I have Sinbad, the D-Styler that we were just talking about. I'm gonna interview him, and we are gonna talk about more or less the same kind of things. But here's the thing, guys. Hymnosi is somebody I'm gonna return to as far as like asking questions and things like that for you guys. Mainly because he is more of he has a lot of
Bro,
knowledge.
just call me old. Sorry, you can call me old.
No.
I can take.
That
I
has
can take it.
that has
I can
nothing
take
to
it.
do
I'm
with it.
call me Boomer.
Yeah, that has nothing to do with it. You
Guns,
just
no. I know. I've accrued a stupid level of knowledge for. I don't know why. Honestly, not getting paid to know this shit. I just know. And I'm glad to be on. Honestly, it was a relief to do this. I'm glad you were able to get me on short notice because
yeah, dude, that was pretty crazy. That was actually really, really cool.
Twitch crowd too young for this game. Yeah, probably.
Twitch crowd.
You need fucking Amogus fucking guns or something.
The funny thing is, like, anybody talks about how like awesome like their skill is and stuff like that. Like, wait until they play guns. You know what I mean? And I'm talking in the sense of where kind of like where Hymnosi and I are both excited for Unreal Engine guns kind of atmosphere. Once that happens, if it's done right, if it's done in a way that definitely helps new players learn the game and things like that, I don't know. It could be one of those games, you know. It could,
Yeah. Even if it's a long shot, I'll support it.
yeah.
I mean, I
like
don't. A lot
Valorant
of my
came out of
time-
nowhere. Valorant literally came out of nowhere. You got to think about that. Apex came out of nowhere too.
Yeah, well, they're all copying Overwatch basically
Yeah,
in
true.
some manner. But yeah, what is? I keep seeing that. I haven't heard.
Valheim?
Yeah.
You've never heard of Valheim?
Oh, that's cool.
Valheim
I never heard of
is-
this.
Yeah, Valheim, yeah. Well, okay. Different subject, guys. This is more Rust kind of related. But nonetheless, Valheim has super very unique characteristics that I hope get transformed into something a lot better. They can do a lot more things with their game. For sure.
Looks really good. I mean, I like that concept at least.
I
have to play it.
haven't played it. I have not played it, but I've watched it. I watched people play it, and it is
Like an Ark survival or Rust kind of deal.
it is. So it is a survivalist kind of game, kind of like Ark and Rust. It has its own characteristics that people seem to like.
It seems more like each individual thing's more stable. Well, not that it's impossible in Rust or whatever, but Rust happens on a lot more shorter timeline scale, and this seems like it's a little longer. Like you can build encampments in big cities and shit. So I don't know. I'd have to take a look at it. I'm not like a Rust person. I haven't played that game much either, but
Yeah, me neither.
all right. Well, I have to get off, but thank you again for having me on. This was fun.
Yeah, man, for sure.
Do it again.
For sure. Yeah, we'll definitely do it again. I'm gonna get through as many other people as I can talking about the
for
guns
sure.
and everything else. But I do want to come back to you and see about other things, right? So we covered a lot of the basics and a lot of like how you played and everything, but that for us speaking is just like the tip of the iceberg. I feel like for many other things.
Yeah, I can go deep. Let's go deep when you want to.
Hell yeah, man. Yeah, we can go
All right, man.
deep into guns. All
Absolutely.
right. This is, by the way, guys, this is Hymnosi. He's the owner of the guns.chat. If you just type in guns.chat, you will see that there's a Discord server for the guns. Guns a Duel. This was his introductory to this whole thing. Was the guns factor was taken down, and he wanted to bring a bigger focus into the game. Guns.chat this is going to be on the YouTube as well. You can click the link. I already put it on the chat, but it will be in the description on the YouTube. Guns.chat. He's the owner of the Guns.chat Discord server, and so many new people are joining. I can thank my stream for that, and Sinbad stream cosigns a little bit, but definitely our streams have been helping. This is Hymnosi, guys. Hymnosi, do you want to say anything?
Hey man, you're doing good work. I really appreciate the content you've been putting out, and thank you for supporting the effort to reunite the community as well. Also, check out the subreddit. We added a new skin for that to spruce it up a little bit, so it wasn't as clunky as the old one. They're kind of co-related now. Like I said, Sid ran the Reddit, and now he's part of the Discord staff. So he has been for a while actually, but it's been more officially linked together. So, and please, by all means, post content. If you produce anything, post it on the Reddit. I don't care if it's twice a day, 3 times a day, 10 times a day. As long as something is getting produced there, it'll generate more traffic for everybody else. So, but yeah, I appreciate your time. Thanks for having me on.
All right, man.
Yep.
I will see you later.